So if you're looking at traits of Jesus Christ and you're looking at traits of Donald Trump, where do they overlap and are the same?
Well, Trump is Jewish, so
Maddie, I'm not talking. I'm talking to the host.
I'm helping him.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to anyone who is Christian, but I think Jesus was too altruistic. That sometimes being too compassionate is actually counterproductive.
Altruism and compassion are not the same definition, sir.
Hey, John, John, I'll send it to you, John.
Maddie, I'm talking to John. Would you?
I don't care what you say, comrade. Shut the fuck up. Okay, be quiet. You're a little incel. Okay.
So those two words are not the same thing.
You're a little boy who's an incel.
Well, they're pretty close.
Sorry. Is there a way that I can show something on my profile, that I screenshot on my gallery?
You can show the
inbred.
You can show them. Go
wiggling
ahead.
his pee-pee yesterday because he wanted girls to compliment him.
I don't want to.
He was emasculating himself on
You
live.
literally said I was short, so
showing his pee-pee, something that was literally disgusting, and his cap. He doesn't even have a well-formulated cap. His cap is severely deformed. He was showing that nonsense on live. And I screenshotted it, so I would like to boost it because as you're mocking other people, just know that
I give you. John's not going to do it because the live will get taken down. But
and even if you get viral one day, you wouldn't go too far because of the shit people have up.
Go ahead.
You're literally destroying yourself as you go.
I'm following you.
Cool. You want to be different.
I'm following you. We can discuss that.
So I wanted to.
My question is if you look at MAGA, if you look at the things that are being done.
Oh my God! What did Democrats do in 2023 voting against it?
How in the world do you square that circle?
I think the left is crazy. Go ahead,
and John, just shut up. Just keep quiet.
Shut up, nigga. Shut the fuck up and shut your fucking pie hole, you fucking nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Maddie, there's really no reason for that. I mean, just chill the hell out.
You're going to
like I
get
said, even down. His fellow white people,
I have every single right to say that.
He's just really reached a stage.
Yeah, but it's not a gotcha. Like, what do you think you're proving by saying that?
When a black woman is talking over a white man, that
because he can't control it. Like,
Maddie, does she really have a picture of your junk? Did you actually
Most of his friends have gone off.
I'll tell you what it is. It's me showing my height. I squatted down.
He just can't stop embarrassing himself, so he just has to continue. Just because he wants to be seen as cool, he wants to continue the trend. But like I said, it's not hurtful anymore when you overdo it.
Well,
you're just embarrassing yourself now.
No, it's not even offended. It's just you're trying to have a conversation about
something. We can tell you're spitting on your phone. Because we could tell literally the passion you used to say that it's killing you inside. And that's great. I love that for you.
Can we just go back to the conversation about what we're talking about? Like,
can you say the N-word without touching your lips?
Is she AI? Like, we've been talking this whole time. She just goes off on a monologue and it doesn't stop.
Am I in the right live here? Like,
comrade,
this live is really for degenerates. I'm just here just because I want to waste time. I'm doing homework.
Is Trump Jewish?
It's just a nice place for me to maybe brain rot a little bit because people here are not well. And it's very unfortunate that most people here are Christians because
I'm a Christian.
It's not all Christian. But it's always behind some type of racism.
Sounds like there's some
bigotry and just overall hatred. This life is a proof of that.
Well, yeah, but we're trying to go back to the subject, and you guys keep saying the N-word for whatever reason. It is funny.
Maddie. You can specify his name.
It is funny, but it's like
it's not just epic. It's him, your fellow Christian brother.
I'm not even saying it anymore. She's monologuing.
Well, I'm a Christian.
So far, so good. I just about respectful.
Now you guys are peaking my ADHD. I gotta see this damn picture.
This is like.
And can you stop stalking my page?
Like, hey, John,
I'm not even stalking your page.
Yeah.
John, you should manage this panel because these two idiots down here are like destroying the conversation. I mean,
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, very masculine
Okay.
comment, bro.
When
I'm
she was
gonna
when she was
God love
monologuing, you
y'all.
weren't telling her to stop.
This is not
Because she's actually
productive.
saying
And
something
you
that
were listening
matters.
like a good boy.
Not productive,
Exactly, you were
guys.
listening like a good dog. That
Because
you
she's
are.
actually interesting to listen to, and you're boring.
Yes, you do know she was
Let's
sexualizing
try it.
John.
Talking about, oh, why did
Who
she say
cares?
stuff about my
We-
mommy?
women
Because your
should-
mommy
women-
birthed
women
you out
should-
of sexual harassment.
You're not a
Women
That's how you
should-
came to be.
You're not a
Women should
That's how you have
sexualize
life
men.
in you.
You're not a
Women should
Christian.
You've
sexualize men.
struggled all your life. That's whenever you
monologuing.
opened your camera,
Monologuing.
your room was looking like shit.
I showed you my room.
All
My
of that
jerseys are more
racism and
expensive than
all
your
of that
room.
just to live in that nastiness, that
John,
one
I'll get one. Just give me 1 minute,
apartment
and
that
I
you
will.
live
And I'll
in.
be quiet. I'll
You
be quiet. Just
clearly
give me
have
1
a
minute.
hard life.
No, you
And
won't.
that's why I'm being
You've already
easy
run
on
off the other
because
person
you
who
don't
wanted
I will
to
mute
run.
myself or
like
until you guys are
like
finished.
you
Just give me 1 minute.
like you have good shit happening to you in your life. You
Oh,
look
wait a minute.
messed up.
That's really easy to say from the other side
You don't
of the
look
screen,
good,
though.
Maddie, and I think you know that.
Well, you're a nigga, so you have
not
no right to
attractive.
speak.
You're not up to, and I'm not saying this because I'm attacking you. I'm saying this because you know that I'm saying the truth.
You
John,
do.
hold on. I just want to say this to John. I like your panel, but when you have guys like this, it's going to destroy your fucking channel because that's all they're trying to do is destroy
I'm
your channel.
friends with
Just
John,
giving
but
you-
okay, buddy, keep talking.
Yeah, but how's it helping him run a live that's actually going to let other people come and talk? If
So
you're
when
just gonna keep
she's
saying that over and over
monologuing for
again?
5 minutes and saying stuff when I'm trying to be when
Yeah,
I'm
but
even being
she's the
Don't
opposition.
add me to
You
your
just keep talking.
degeneracy.
You keep
like,
interrupting. You're not a Christian. You're not a
Leave
Christian.
the
Shush.
fuck alone.
So when I'm talking,
Man, Maddie, leave
keep
a woman
monologuing.
alone. Yeah. Whenever
Monologuing.
you're being held accountable, leave me out of it. And you hold yourself accountable, you fucking loser. Ew. Can't even stand up
Monologuing.
for your shit
Anyway,
as a man.
Josh.
Want to tag me into
See, I'm not even tagging you anymore. Josh, anyway, what I'm being said was,
Maddie,
okay,
you're a loser, and you need to get that braces off your mouth. You fucking loser. Can't even speak well at your grown age.
see, Josh, you support that?
I mean, with the way you're behaving, absolutely, because you're
So
just
she's being a
we're trying to have a
dumbass.
conversation about Christianity, and the dude left the panel because of your retardedness, essentially.
You can't say that.
Oh my god, dude.
You're gonna have to leave and come back up.
Well, I think you said "nis" on the end of it, so you'd probably be okay. I don't know.
Yeah, again, John, I'm just telling you, like, these kind of people are going to destroy your panel because they're
So just
not
I'll
here
give
to
you
help
an-
you.
just
They're
I'll
here
give
to
you an
destroy your
example.
panel, then.
Josh, I'll give you an example, okay?
No, I wanted to ask John about his Manichaeanism and Gnosticism because that's
But
actually
you're not a
interesting.
Christian.
Rather
You're
than,
not a
I don't want to.
Christian.
I am a Christian,
No, you're
but
not. Are women above black women though in the Bible? Yes or no?
What did
right now,
black women do to you?
right now, she's above you for sure. She should
So
dominate
you think black women are above white? You think black women are above white people? Okay, that's crazy. In the
No,
Bible,
I
that's
think she's
the
above.
opposite.
I think she's above you. I think.
Above
That's
me.
Maddie, your priority right now in your life is fixing that speech impediment because how
Speech
you
impediment?
speak.
Spell
I'm not
speech
even talking
impediment.
about your cursing.
Spell it.
I'm talking about there's literally something wrong. I don't know whether you have braces. I don't know
Spell
whether they did something to your tongue as a kid. Maybe they cut it and you can speak well. But how you talk is literally disgusting. You need to go to
All
some
I hear
speech
is
therapy
chimpanzee
class
noises.
because you're older than me. You're like what,
All right,
5, 6
John.
years older than me?
I'll
You
come back
talk
another.
like that?
I'll come
I'm
back another
19.
time.
You talk like a fucking
Okay.
5-year-old with braces.
Yeah, I appreciate you, though.
It's
Probably end this
embarrassing,
pretty
Maddie.
soon anyway. This isn't
Fix your
gonna-
speech impediment. It's disgusting.
You know what? I'm not even engaged with her anymore.
Okay, great. You're weak and you're disgusting, just like
You
that.
see,
pig
John,
that you were
I'm trying to be
wiggling around the
reliable,
other
but anytime
day.
she comes in here,
You
she
weirdo.
disrespects you for no
Yeah, get the
reason.
fuck out of here.
She disrespects you for no reason.
Woohoo.
I defend John because he's a friend and he's an ally of what I
and
support.
guess what? Everybody was on your ass. And guess what John was doing? John was quiet, right? So every single
John
day that
doesn't
you're
have to
defending
say
John,
anything,
he
just
doesn't
John's
even
respectful.
fucking have your back.
John's respectful
Right.
to women. I'm not. Julian,
Don't get me involved.
Nobody wants to be on your fucking side.
Well,
man.
I'm not even
Your
asking him about
curse, Nobody
that.
likes you.
I'm not even
Nobody
asking you
fucking
about
likes
that.
you. Nobody wants to fuck with
I know that's right.
type shit.
Hey, ladies, if you meet a guy like me, run. Right?
What?
They're like, why'd your wife leave you? Because I'm an asshole on that sheet. But at least I'm in there. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Believe a man when he says that. Believe a man when he says that, for sure.
Absolutely. If you make fucking money, she'll let you get away with it for a while, I promise.
I feel like if you make money, you can get away with a lot of shit for a while.
If it didn't work that way, why would anybody do it?
Say it again. Say it again and let them know.
How do I make FU money?
I hate people
How can I
that
make
guys with money. If there wasn't an advantage, why would anybody do it?
How can I make money like you? I want to make money.
You need ambition. I can't teach you that. I can bring you to the water. I can't make you drink it.
All right, where's the water at?
Call me tomorrow and we'll have a program. Maybe I'll show you, but I doubt you'll agree.
Why that?
Because I've tried to bring a lot of people to the top. And when they see what you do every day, they're like,
Don't tell me you in a pyramid scheme.
Sister, brother, you helicopter, sister. Helicopter.
Fucking
That's why you been. Don't tell me you in a pyramid, my boy.
bro, just because I'm 6'4", don't mean
Sister, me 5-minute helicopter, brother. You one money can send me, sister, me 5 minutes elephant helicopter. Okay.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Hey, mama, you know what I found? You know what I'm saying?
I love you. I love you.
Hey, bro, I like women, dog. No Diddy. Don't be coming at me like that. Do your thing, but don't be coming at me like that. I've turned down more pussy than this guy had.
Helicopter.
Sister, me 200 me helicopter, sister, elephant. 200.
200. Your price is expensive. God damn.
Yes, Hannah, sister.
I think it's too hard.
Yes, sister,
Hey,
yes.
bro, the mustache gotta go, bro. It's saying 85.
Now you got to do helicopter.
This is not
Hey,
85.
helicopter. You talk about your 10 inch, you gotta whip that out. Come on, put it on the table.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sorry, man, I'm tall.
Sister,
Go on the counter.
brother, me count the sheet, count the sheet.
Bro, save your mustache, though. That shit gotta go. That looks like my dad when he had me.
Shit eater? Is that what you said?
Yes, me count the sheet, eat it.
Oh.
Shit, is that your flavor saver?
You gonna eat shit?
One money guy, me count the sheet, eat it.
What's going on?
Is that a flavor saver? Is that what you say, like after you're done, eating the peach? Like, what's going on?
Me cutting, you cutting?
So my question was for that person, what year did he start reading these files?
Did I just take that hole the wrong fucking way?
I don't know, but saying that you read all 3 million at 1.5 speed would take you over a year.
Since they just released that 1 million like last week, wasn't it?
No, I don't think I took it the wrong way. I think you're trying to be a grapist apologist, and that's not going to be tolerated here. And go somewhere else if you want Donald Trump to walk away from graping little boys and girls, because you're not welcomed here. Here, I will help you. Bye-bye now, fish stick. Straight out.
He literally said he read the whole thing.
He's full of shit. He didn't read shit.
3 million files over. How long we've had the files up? Oh yeah, he's full of shit.
Less than a month.
It takes me longer than that to read a fucking book nowadays. A book averages 100 to 300 or 400 pages.
Yeah, Jess. Sorry, Jess. I was in the kitchen. What's up, loving?
So I kicked Comrade because he was like, "We need."
Yeah, that's
to, like,
fine. Yeah, I told you this, so you don't need to explain if you don't want them near you.
Yeah,
Rough
he's
'em
an
up.
icky fuck.
Yeah.
Shut up,
I don't have a
Apex.
problem with it. But sorry, that's he's
he's trying to make me yell at him because he gets off on it.
No, the comment from Tam.
Oh, I didn't read it. Let's see. Tell me.
I want you to bring him up so you can fight with him, Jazz.
I don't want to.
You can't listen to photos.
Yeah, exactly.
45.
Who wants up here? No, comrade, go away. I don't share spaces with people like you.
Shows two. Who's the other one in there?
I don't know. I'm scared.
There's 3 in the queue. Hang on.
I'm going. Don't let comrade back up. Question mark.
SVSG. Do we know who that is?
No, we don't.
Missy, do you know who that is? Yes. Anyhow,
Question
here you go.
mark.
Oh,
dear Jesus.
What happened to the other person?
I kicked comrade because I didn't like what he
No,
said.
not comrade. We've moved on from that, Jess. It was a SVJ.
There he
you
is.
go.
There they are.
Just loaded.
SVS. Can I get your age, state, and who you voted for, please? Hello?
California, Trump, and what's the other one?
How old are you?
Over 18.
Oh, yeah, over 18. Yeah.
Why'd you vote for the Trump?
Well, I didn't vote the last time, but I voted the time before that.
Wait a minute. So you didn't vote for the... Okay, why didn't you vote this time?
Because I thought both were pretty bad choices.
Oh. Hush puppies.
Do you disagree with that? You think Kamala's a good choice?
I think she's much better than the fucking shit stain on society.
Can you please stop
we have
rattling
in
your
office.
rattle, please, or mute up?
Yeah.
All we can hear is
Somebody's opening something and it's loud.
some chippies or chocolates.
I mean, let me ask you guys a question if you don't mind. So did you guys believe all the conspiracy theorists 10 years ago when we were telling you guys all this was happening, or did you call them crazy conspiracy theorists and that they're all bad people and all that?
About what? About what happening?
The Pizzagate and all this stuff?
Yeah, I had the privilege of meeting Donald Trump when I was a teenager. I knew what he was.
Pizzagate didn't happen. The guy almost lost his business from that. So don't throw that out. That's what he's trying to do, Jess.
Well, I mean, they say the Pizzagate thing that's what they was code for.
Oh my God, is that the news story? No, I didn't hear
Missy
that.
wants to dip it in barbecue sauce. I say set it on fire.
A man's business almost shut down because of what they did with that part of it.
Yeah, but my point is like
Hang
stuff
on, what
like
did
that
you-
happen, obviously, right? But similar
But the
things to that.
hush puppies-
Similar things to that
hush
happen.
puppies are amazing straight. It's like cornbread, deep fried. It's so good.
Sounds amazing.
But did you guys call the conspiracy people crazy back then, or did you agree with them back then?
Who?
But that has nothing to
Trump?
do with the Epstein files. They're
Yes, it
totally
does. It 100% has something to do with it. It's the exact same kind of stuff.
But
don't make an excuse. I mean, come on. This is obvious. This is very obvious. Like,
I'm not making an
What-
excuse. Donald Trump was heavily involved in the Epstein files for decades.
Okay.
Yes, that's a problem.
Okay,
And then you
but
shouldn't
what
throw
about
it
all the
back and
stuff?
try to make something up that didn't happen either.
Well, maybe they made something up.
A
to
man's
distract
business
people.
almost lost. A man's business got almost lost. He almost lost his business. That's
as long
not
as
funny.
you don't slur a user and you're nice, please be nice.
What does that have to
Sorry,
do with what I'm talking about? What
right.
does somebody losing their business over that have to do with what I'm talking about? Why are you bringing that up? It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Chris, you haven't been introduced yet. Thank you.
So again, so did you guys call those people crazy or what?
What has that got to do with what Trump's doing right at this minute and how
This guy
Pam yesterday?
Because you guys
What has
called
that got to
everybody
do-
crazy.
Straight, this guy did not even
Who
vote.
called
in
everyone
the
crazy?
current-
Who did?
This
10
guy
years
didn't
ago, where
even
was that?
vote.
Liberal people like you guys.
Where?
Liberal
On
people like you
Facebook
told
You
us.
didn't
Crazy.
even vote, so I don't even
Whereabouts
know
on
why we're
Facebook?
tolerating
I just said that
you
to
right
troll you.
now.
I did vote. Okay, I just did that to troll
Okay,
you.
well, guess what? Here, I'm gonna troll you right the fuck out of here. Bye bye now. He said he didn't vote. No vote, no voice, right? Right. Care
The
that problem.
opposite who he voted for. He voted for Trump, 100%, because he's backing
He's-
into the. Yeah. They all Trump supporters, don't lie.
He
Just
told me
own
he
it.
did not vote. Question mark, are you there? Have you joined the land of the living?
SB, she's not fucking drunk. So take that back and apologize. She's
Well,
not fucking drunk. She takes
Bye.
medication, you asshole.
By the way, I'm the one that said no vote, no voice, and she said I didn't vote. And you're bringing up a fake story to cover up for something that actually did happen, and I knew about these bad things, and there was a reason why I didn't vote for him in 2016.
Just that guy we just had up there, we might want to block. If he's still in here. Look at his
He's in
profile
the
stuff.
request again. Who are you talking
Look
about?
at his profile
Like,
stuff.
The
Look at his
SV,
profile stuff before you put him up.
I can't though. Missy got him.
Question mark, are you there?
Yeah, Jess, it's comrade. I agree with you 100%.
Oh, you need to go away. I don't
I
like
want
you.
just
I didn't like what you said. What you said was creepy as fuck. No. Bye-bye now. Prison number. Can we get your age, state, and who you voted for, please?
Are you referring to me?
Yeah, that's what I call user numbers. I can't read it. I'm not.
Sorry. I just do this for like personal security reasons. I'm 33. I voted for Trump and I hate him.
Well, why'd you vote for him if you hate him?
Because of who he put in his cabinet, what he's doing with ICE. I can't stand it. It's really sad.
Why couldn't you have voted for the black woman?
Because unfortunately, we live in a misogynistic society where when a woman is a president, they're going to be held to a higher standard than men that are presidents. And I just did not see her as a viable candidate for her to be like the first woman president, if that makes sense.
But knowing Trump's history, you still went and voted Trump. Hang on a minute. So knowing what Trump is, you went ahead and voted for him. That doesn't even fucking make sense. Really
So I was around certain people, and I was essentially, I don't want to say I was coerced, but I was kind of coerced into voting for him. I didn't want to vote for him, but it was the people that I was around.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 33.
You're old enough
So-
to know better.
All right,
So
sorry
I'm
you
going
feel
to
that
ask
way.
this question. What exactly wasn't her qualifications? Since she worked in all three branches of the government, she has the highest degree available for any presidential candidate since the inception of the United States government. And she has a proven track record of helping the poor and middle class.
Explore talent. Tommy Lauren, Candace Owens.
Excuse me?
Explore talent. Tommy Lauren, Candace Owens, and Kamala. They were all a part of it. And I won't vote for somebody that was a part of Explore Talent.
What is
me.
Caller.
Nothing
We'll
wrong
give
with
him a
me.
chance. Give him a chance
Guys,
to talk. and
guys,
let
yeah.
him, let him
I'm just trying to
explain.
talk, man.
I have a question.
No,
Which
we're just messing
personality are
with
we
you. Go
talking to?
ahead.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
Which
Hey, look,
personality
I've
are we
been in the
talking
army.
to?
I don't give a shit. It's
Let
all
him
good.
explain.
Which personality are we talking to? Is it the one that voted for Clinton, the one that voted for Trump, or the one that voted for Kamala?
Just tell
We're
us how you
talking to the person
feel.
that lives here right now, and I live in New Zealand.
Where's here? New Zealand? For fuck's
Yep.
sake. God dang, you can't get farther away.
I know. Actually, funny thing, any further away, I get closer.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly. That's
that's a
what I'm
great
telling you. That's what I'm
analogy.
talking about.
So
And you get
have
real fucking
citizen-
cold before
so
you get
have,
here.
So you
Hmm?
have citizenship here as well.
Yes, I'm an American citizen, and I have an Australian citizenship as well.
Okay. So you have dual citizenship.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep, that's how I can live here.
I have a question.
So you're here in the United States right now.
No, I'm actually in New Zealand right now.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you live in Christchurch?
No, I've been there many times though.
Okay. Now, my next question is why exactly would you choose to live in New Zealand? And wouldn't that be like completely against the rules for someone who voted for Kamala not to want to be an actual, like, I don't know, what do they call them? The not the cultural appropriators, but the colonizers. That's it. That's the word.
Hold on a second. So are you telling me that Kamala Harris said if you live in New Zealand, you are against her?
No, that's not what I said.
What do you mean?
Culture in New Zealand is
Thank you-
primarily
thank you. So-
conservative, and they're very religious.
Thank
And
you so
long-
much for making
hold on. You guys are acting like you
Thank
know.
you so much for making your own question. I have the powers to make you to take away your First Amendment right, which you don't have in New Zealand. So now my question to you was, wouldn't that make you a
by the way, when
colonizer?
you want me to answer a question,
Wouldn't that make you a colonizer? And wouldn't that make, I mean, Maori typically come from New Zealand, right? I mean, the Kiwis are in New Zealand. It's disproportionately more.
you don't
so
know
in
how New Zealand works at all.
I do.
Hold
I
on
do.
one
I
second.
do.
Jish,
Do
can
you
I
live
get
here?
your
Do you live here?
Hold on.
Jish, can I get your
How do you
age
know?
and who you voted for?
He knows how
Say
New
again,
Zealand works.
everybody's
He's
talking
not
over
even
each other.
here.
Yeah, I can tell. Hold on one
But what's
second,
up?
please.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I get your age and who you voted for?
Yeah, 35, and I voted for Trump last time, but this last time I didn't vote because I thought both choices were bad.
Fuck.
You
What the fuck is up with these people?
Prince,
I
can
know.
I get your age and who you voted for?
I'm Jason Koprowski. I'm 45 years old, and I voted for Pierre Poilievre because I'm in Canada.
Oh my lord, what is up with tonight? Well, Pierre Poilievre.
Oh my God!
Why are you so
Come on.
triggered? Why are you so triggered by
We
everything?
got to give these people a chance to talk.
Yeah, you do
I'm
have to
not
give people a
triggered by
chance
you.
to talk.
If I was
Come on,
triggered by you, my
seriously.
ancestors wouldn't have
It's-
scalped your
it's
ancestors.
best to
Okay,
have a
let's not talk
conversation.
one on top of the other because you
He knows
can't
how
do
we
it.
live in other countries. He knows.
So let's let them talk.
Okay,
I voted for Trump. Now let's let them have their little. I mean,
Right.
come on, seriously, it's important.
no, so what brought you up to the panel tonight?
Who are you asking? Because the notable
I said no.
notables. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
knows how to live in New Zealand.
What the hell? I didn't even understand that.
Okay, I'm assuming he was just insane and needed mental health help in New Zealand, which he was not getting from Australia.
Did you know that mental health was created by communists?
Hold on, Jish. What brought you to the panel tonight?
I mean, you guys want to talk about politics. I'm been talking about politics for quite a long time, so I thought it'd be an interesting conversation.
Here, I thought it was a strictly capitalist venture.
Okay, so
What
what
it-
would you like to talk about on politics?
Well, was there a flow of conversation before I got here? I saw
was
you
just-
guys shutting this dude up before he even had a chance to talk, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Honestly,
You guys.
no,
I
don't
don't
know. It seemed like it was going downhill. In honor of Charlie Kirk, we want to give you that microphone. So here you go.
I had a bias towards the colonizer. Sorry.
What are you guys talking about? What do you mean about Charlie Kirk? What does that have to do with anything?
Oh shit!
SD, can you pick a topic?
That's the whole point.
Can you pick a topic, SD?
Are you guys a bunch of liberal that are just like trying to troll as Christians,
No,
like
we're not-
Christians or
we're not-
something?
we're not
No,
liberal.
I'm trying.
What?
Dude!
Hold on. Everybody stop talking. Jish. Can somebody?
You guys are acting like liberals, like shutting everybody up. I'm trying to see what's going on here.
No, that would be the liberals try and shut up the conservatives.
Yeah, but that's what you guys are doing before I even get a word.
I
probably agree with you guys, but you guys are like
Well,
being a
just
dick.
hold on a second because, like, you ain't even gave anybody a chance. I asked you specifically what you wanted to speak on, and you really haven't given me any topic.
Well, I don't know where you guys are coming from. I mean, most of the
Pick a
time,
topic.
I don't know. Let's talk about Epstein.
Oh my God. Can we pick a topic about politics? Because this Epstein thing gives me the creeps every time I even talk about it.
And that's not politics. That's perversion bullshit. Like, for God's
I mean,
sake.
he was blackmailing politicians, allegedly.
What, the fact that he had them turned in? That upsets you?
What?
Aren't those called representatives?
I mean,
Blackmail
I'm confused. Does that upset you that Trump had these people turned in?
I mean, I'm not really against that, obviously, but I'm just trying to say, like, obviously, there's a lot of blackmail and stuff going on.
Well, I think
you-
it was a noble of Trump being the only person that actually, did something about it. What about all the other politicians that did nothing about it and just kept going over there?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm not really like against Trump per se. I mean, I think that like I have some nuanced opinions on it. I mean, generally speaking, I lean on the right, but
well,
yeah.
I don't know if you would lean on the right.
Mute yourself, Texas.
Give me 1 second, though. Let me get this Ocean Girl real quick, and then I'll come back to you. Ocean Girl, can I get your age and who you voted for, please? Ocean Girl, I need your age.
Yes. I am 43. I
Mhm.
I'm independent registered. I vote on policy. I didn't vote for
Are you
Trump the
left leaning?
first- No. I didn't vote for Trump the first time because, his
Mhm.
record just in life. But he followed through on every single thing. So I voted for him the second time.
Awesome. All right, so let's go back to Jish. I'm sorry, but he came up first, so we're kind of debating him for a
What
moment.
happened to Republic?
I have no clue. He took off.
I mean, I'm a registered Republican because I wanted to vote in the primaries. I mean, if that makes any difference. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know where you're going at with this Epstein thing, so I'm kind of confused in your debate on it.
Well, I don't know if we're going to debate. I want to get a feel where you guys are at first. I mean, like, what's weird about it?
I'm
to
a
me-
conservative.
Yeah, I understand.
I voted Republican all my life. That's me.
I'm a MAGA.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
I'm a conservative too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're more or less, I think, similar on the same page. I mean, my thing is this. What's interesting about it is that the liberals are now taking credit like they believed in this stuff all the time. Many years ago, when we were talking about stuff similar to Pizzagate, they said we're all conspiracy theorists and crazy and all that. Now we've been vindicated, and now they are like trying to take credit for like exposing all this stuff or something. It's pretty. I don't understand what's happening. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, didn't Trump run on like he would release Epstein files?
I honestly don't remember him talking about that openly, but
He did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He did several times.
I was
So
just
with
going
him releasing the Epstein files because it was demanded by the left to do so. Now everybody is upset because obviously the left is upset, so they manipulate videos and photos to put Trump into it so that they can run on that, but it's not working for them. So I think Trump is doing everything he really promised.
So, and I'm guessing you guys are pro ICE, right? Like I would, so like I have a nuanced opinion on that too, but
Just say your opinion.
well, I think in general, like I think that obviously we should be having control over the border and who's here. Although what I think is interesting is that there's not much discussion on how to get people to be more family oriented in America and like help them raise their kids and afford healthcare and all these things. So like on the one hand, say what?
Not be liberals.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously the corporations have worked with the liberals to like, you know, bend us all over, I guess you'd say. But I guess what I'm saying is that the reason why a lot of these immigrants have come in is because people aren't having enough kids. There's not enough stuff going on. And so these corporations have taken advantage of that and are using immigration as a weapon against us.
Did you just say they're letting illegals in because people didn't have more kids?
That is the excuse that they use for sure. That is definitely the excuse they're using.
Who's they?
The rich people who run the media, I guess you'd say.
And you do know that the media is ran by the left.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, Pamela. Calm down, girl.
Because they didn't let the illegals in because Americans are not having enough kids. Trust me, we have enough of them.
It's partly that, but it's also to undercut. It's also to undercut the labor. So they're trying to undercut the price of labor. So we don't really have any like leverage against
that would be
corporations.
another no, but it is happening. But they let them in to be able to get votes. They let them in because it's damaging the United States. They let them in because Biden had an app saying, come into the border at this location. All welcome, criminals.
Jish, I got to pull you back up. Somebody reporting you.
So
why is people reporting people every time? Like, it's so ignorant. Like, why can't we have a conversation? Well, this was a decent conversation and people want to act dumb.
Who got reported?
Jish.
That's so dumb. What did he say?
So
I don't know what I said.
He didn't say anything wrong. It's crybabies.
It's softies.
I think it's that one down there, that space.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna
the one with the crab or that lobster looking
send my
thing.
mods a message.
I don't think it was space.
I'm not muting anyone. I'm not reporting anyone.
No, space isn't. Space is pretty cool.
Space wouldn't report.
Okay, I'm just trying to look down here in the comments.
No.
Well, we're not gonna assume because we don't know.
Me and host are having a different conversation within chat.
I didn't see you up
there. Yeah, we're having a conversation. Yeah, leave space
Conversation
alone.
within the conversation.
Yeah. We're trying to be respectful while you guys talk.
So can I say something about that?
Absolutely.
I guess Epstein files.
Absolutely. You can go ahead. Say
Okay,
EP
so-
though, please.
Oh, EP. Okay. EP.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, madam. First things first. Trump, I guess, I don't know. I'm not in US, I'm in Canada. But I don't know about Trump or what's going on. But as for Canada, we got a prime minister who's been mentioned 69 times on the EP list. And a lot of the left side, that's the liberals in Canada, don't believe it. But they want to try to prove that Paul Vier was on that list, but Paul Vier has never been on that list. So, like you guys say, that it's a lot of how you say conspiracy theory.
Well, it's not a conspiracy theory. The point is that the EP files, they're in the EP files. There's a lot of associations with EP, but not in the way that Democrats are leading it to believe.
We're saying is happening, the same thing that's happening in America is happening in your country.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Canada, we're having the same issue right now.
You guys are getting flooded from what I've heard. I mean, I know people all over Canada and they've told me that you guys are really getting flooded with immigration really bad. So
we got over, it was just counted 320,000 illegal immigrants with expired visas or have warrants for their arrest, and the Liberal government doesn't want to do nothing about it.
Claudia, check your message.
Well, it makes you wonder, like, who's doing it and why, other than obviously they want to bring America down. But like, some people say it's the British, some people say it's other people. Obviously, we can't talk about. So, like, I don't know what the truth of it is, but it definitely seems that it's a lot of like corporations and like NGOs, and I don't know. Some people say it's like the Vatican or Jesuits, or I don't know who you guys think, but it's very deliberate, and it's just weird that people on the left totally deny that it's a deliberate thing happening. Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of young Canadians, I'll say young boomers too, are losing their jobs. But here you got all these, I'll say, illegal immigrants taking jobs for under minimum wage where we are. And a lot of them are hitting the street right now.
Well, and what's weird is like, well, it's not weird, but like the nepotism among the immigrant class is really bad. Like if one of them gets in a corporation, they'll like only hire their friends and family. And that's kind of what's been happening in America. But I think it's worse in England, Canada, Germany, and stuff like this. And it's like, it's just weird how we get gaslit about it. Like they always say that's not happening, or, you know, you're not being replaced or whatever. And it's like, they always make it like a racial issue. And it's like, you know what I mean? They try to make it like you're you know, a racist or something. And I just think that's very bizarre, you know?
Well, look, nobody's trying to be racist or how you say a bigot or anything like that. I'm just saying that, okay, for example, I know a woman that was my neighbor. She applied over at the Tim Hortons, and she applied. But let's just say the other person who walks in applies, they give the interview, they get hired.
Yes, you're having the same issues over there that we're having over here. It's by design. And the same issues Europe is having. Lily had a guest earlier from the UK, correct, Lily?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's having the same issues over there. It's all over the world. France is having big issues right now.
Yeah. It's even, sorry to interrupt you, but it's even happening in like places like India and Pakistan. This is what people don't understand. Is like they're moving people from like Bangladesh and Pakistan into India and replacing the people that are like in like Mumbai or somewhere like that. And so even over there, they're using immigration as a weapon. So this is a global thing that's happening.
A world set.
Yeah, the Swiss just come out and said that they're giving up to $5,000 to self-deport before they have to do it.
And this is why it's so important to get America to fall. Because America, it will be the last place standing.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I agree for sure.
Well, right now, what's happening in Canada is that our Prime Minister, I'm just going to say, has put Canada pretty much on life support. Money's been going out of the country. We got a lot of, I'll say, Canadians on the street that need help. But instead of doing that, he's giving money to foreign countries, like for foreign pipelines, which has nothing to do with Canadians to get jobs and everything, eh? So now the left are saying, oh, he's doing a great job, but then there's other people that lost their homes because they voted for Liberals. So it's just a lot of issues here in Canada.
Yeah, and again, it's just weird that you know, you would think that these the EP files or whatever it is, like you would think that all these things coming out would make some sort of impact on the policy, right? And I'm sure you guys saw the whole Minneapolis, you know, protest, if that's what you want to call them. I mean, it's just very bizarre that you see Americans like fighting tooth and nail to like keep immigration so high when it's like the average American is really suffering right now. Like the average American cannot buy a house. They can't afford a car. They can't afford their bills. And, you know, they're just like, bring them all in. And I don't know. It's just a very bizarre
Well,
situation.
so that's the thing, though, right?
Wait. Well, sorry.
Wow.
So
Can I
that's
get
the
your
thing,
age
though.
and who you voted for?
Were you talking to me or somebody else?
Yes, I was talking to you.
I'm 44 years old.
Who did you vote for?
I voted different ways at different. So in the last presidential election, I voted for Harris.
Okay.
A little bit more gusto.
Prince, go ahead and finish your sentence. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, madam. And I'll be quick about it. Like I say, in Canada, the biggest places that are high up for houses that you couldn't really afford unless you won the lottery is Ontario and BC. Your basic house in BC, and nowhere to lie, say in Surrey, starts at 1.2 million.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I know people up in Edmonton, and they're like they lived in like a little area that was like really pretty far north, I think, and then like suddenly they said like half the town became like Indian or whatever, like in like 10 years, like it just 50% of the population just became
so
foreigners. Let's say
that's what I was going to try to get to. Is it is crazy because I mean, immigration can threaten any country, right? Like, and I'm a YT person myself. And if you look at the global population of the earth, we are the minority.
Why are you calling yourself YT?
Yeah,
because it's TikTok friendly. And that's just what people say on TikTok.
I think
I
not
wish I could
using
just
race.
say.
I think not
What?
using race is the best way to go about it.
Yeah, because you kind of
Just
say
saying
Caucasian.
YT is just racist.
Yeah, hella
Well,
racist.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say that myself.
Well, then don't. It's that
Okay.
simple.
All right. Well, all right. I'm sorry.
You can
I'm
say
just trying
Caucasian.
to. What?
Caucasian.
Caucasian.
It should be
Caucasian.
That's
Right.
that's
Like
the
we're
proper
invent.
term.
I mean, okay. So we start to invent words that mean the same thing. Like I can't
No,
say
the
white,
Democrats.
but I can't
The
say
Democrats.
Caucasian has been the word that we've used all of our
saying
lives.
I am a white male. Why would
Caucasian
you say
refers
I'm
to
a
people
white
of European
male?
descent.
Well,
So
that's
what's your-
me.
so- so-
I'm a European.
So what's your point, anyways? Like, what's your point? What are you trying to get at?
No.
So you're European man in America. So what now? What
in America? We don't say America. We say America.
Not where I'm from, boy.
No, actually, if you want to know, America is actually a Mexican type of word used for like it's not for America. It's actually negative saying. If you say America with an M instead of A.
What?
Yeah, seriously, look it up. I found that out. I swear to God, I found that out a couple weeks
You
ago.
guys are drinking juice.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you
That's why
right
I
now.
say
I
USA
found
with you
that.
guys.
I found that out a couple weeks ago. Someone corrected me. They're like, "Hey, you understand that you're actually not representing America when you say America." It's like, wait. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, that's a Mexican type of whatever fucking hyphen or whatever the fuck they call those stupid words.
So, anyways, I like semantic games too. But so, what are you trying to say? Wow, that so you voted for Kamala, but you don't like, but we're the global minority, which is a fact. So, yeah, what do you want to say about that?
I'm just saying, I think a lot of people, especially white people, have started to become like kind of afraid about where things are going because
You think we're scared?
I think that's what's going on to some degree. And this is, I feel like the global population will start being more mixed. And
I think you need to understand one thing.
I don't have to understand anything.
Well, I don't care if you understand it or not. I mean, that's your ignorance or not. But I will say this. I think most of the people on this panel has been prepared for the left to act like this since they were born. Like, we were prepared for you guys to be this way. We've been warned. Our own parents warned us about this type of situation happening in America.
That's the Bible.
Right. No, so I understand.
So
yeah.
us being scared is not the case.
I'm just saying what I see going on.
Says so.
That's what I was
and
thinking.
the one thing that I said one thing, right? And that's mainly that I feel like white people are, for the first time in a long time, like it is.
Spit it out.
We're having to apologize for our race.
Right.
Spit
yeah.
it
Like
out.
something like that. Something
race.
like that. Right. Like, and
Okay,
but if you look at the global demographics of the world, then white people are the minority. You know, we live in the greatest country in the world.
To be racist?
White people are not the minority.
Is it against the law?
What?
Is it against the
People are
law
not
to
the
be racist?
minority in the USA.
Well, but we almost are. But here's the interesting part about
White
it. This
people are 59%. We're not the minority.
Yeah, but I mean, they're working really hard to make that
It's
not the
getting
case,
very
though.
Well,
close.
working
But
really hard in reality
40 more
are two
years, it will be.
separate things.
Sure, I'm just saying, like, let's not overestimate our position.
Okay,
and all
so
that.
I don't understand what your argument is. Are you against white people? Is that
Am
your
I
issue?
against what?
Are you against white people?
No, absolutely.
I'm
not.
clearly speaking English, dude.
Right. No, I just didn't hear the first word you said. Am I against?
So let me contextualize what you're saying. So like I agree with what you're saying, but here's the thing: is like this is why they frame it as colonizers. So now they don't make it about minorities anymore. They make it about who's a colonizer or not, right? And so this is why they're framing everything in like this Marxist-Leninist framework. And again, what's interesting is that some of the Marxist-Leninists are actually somewhat sympathetic, I think, to us, which is, I know that sounds weird, but I've seen it. The problem is that it's all fake, you know, like they're trying to trick everybody. And this is why you saw like the MAGA communist movement, like, you know, these people, I don't know if you guys seen it, like, you know, some of these kids, these younger kids or whatever, but they're doing it in a very sneaky way where they're trying to frame it as if, you know, America's colonizing people because, you know, that's just what YT people or whatever white people do or whatever. But yeah, it's a really weird scenario because most of the leftist people are just being tricked by liberals. So they're not even really communists. They're actually just liberals.
The main thing that I wanted to say is I voted for the wrong person. And it's sad. Like there's all these things going on. And a lot of times nobody really knows.
Okay, so I just want to jump into this one for a second. So I'll give you an example in Canada. So when Justin Trudeau got in, okay, this guy, when he got in, everybody thought he would be like the number one person because they voted like a majority almost to him.
To clarify, that's like Canada.
Yeah, well, this is Canada, of course. Yeah, this is Canada. So the thing is now, the first thing he tried to do is introduce the carbon tax, which he did. Then he started spiking it higher and higher. Then people started disliking him and wanting him out. So he removed himself, but then he planted Mark Carney, his advisor that he's been for 11 years, as the new Prime Minister of Canada. Now, this guy, Mark Carney, decided to say, I'm going to cancel the consumer carbon tax, but I'm going to keep the industrial carbon tax and spike that higher. So now Canada is on the lifeline, like on a lifeline support because he's giving money to other countries without taking care of Canadians first.
Thank you.
Really, we're having the same issues.
So basically, y'all are screwed without even feeling it.
Yeah, we got bent over really hard because the Liberal voters thought Mark Carney will be the savior of the world, and they still believe that.
So you're getting Dutch door action in the mouth and in the backside without even dinner and a movie.
You got that one right.
You're getting double shafted hardcore. Fuck, man, I feel so sorry.
Well, they are getting some free entertainment though.
Who dropped Chase? Who dropped that guy?
I did.
I didn't.
Huh?
But here's the kicker now. When the election came up for prime minister, there was Pierre Polvio.
Hold on, DJ, did you say you dropped him?
No, I said I did not.
Oh.
I didn't. I'm not even touching my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm tapping the screen.
I didn't know because he came right back in. I was like, wait, what?
It sounded like he left mid
That
sentence.
might have been TT.
Well, I think he accidentally dropped himself.
What was he talking about?
Oh, you know what happens sometimes with TikTok? If you're on there for like a couple of hours, it will tell you that your time you've been on for 2 hours, and then you have to put in 1, 2, 3, 4 to get back in, and then you got to go back and find the live you were in and try to get back in. It does that to me sometimes.
He follows me though.
That's never happened to me. And
1,
I've been
2,
on her
3,
live
4.
for eternity.
Everybody's on the juice. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But here's I was just gonna also mention the part here now with our prime minister when we're having an election between Pierre Polvio and Mark Carney. So the thing was,
Okay, so we need to stay on American politics, guys.
Yeah.
okay, as for you guys for American politics, I mean, I'm not in America, but I would say Trump. I in a way, I kind of like him because he's going after Mark Carney, which is, you know.
And
Trump
they need to go after
Carney.
Starmer in England too.
I can't find him.
That's
Trump's
But I'm just saying Trump is good. I mean, look, now I heard he wants to put the WEF on the terrorist list.
I wish we had somebody like Margaret Thatcher.
A woman?
An Iron Lady. We need a
Not
badass.
those.
I'm not a feminist. I don't think women should be in office.
No, I'm not a feminist either. I'm not a feminist by saying that. It's just if we were going to have a woman president,
After
she'd have to
all
be
of
like
these
Margaret
women
Thatcher. She'd
are
have to be
doing to us, look what they have turned the Senate. It's upside down.
Margaret Thatcher.
They're
Okay,
in the
I'm just
middle
gonna
of
put myself on mute for now because I gotta do a patrol, and then I'll take my.
I got you.
The whole freaking squad.
Ocean, you've been really quiet. Do you have anything to say?
I think Ocean. I was just waiting my turn.
If you wait your turn in this panel, you're going to be quiet for a long time.
I try to get back to you guys. If I don't, it's not because I'm being rude. Speak up and speak out.
Well, also, you guys are talking about quite a few things. So, what's the
I'm
main?
honestly confused about what we're talking about at this point.
So
Sorry,
somebody
but-
had mentioned earlier, about these protests. They're not protests; they're riots. Let's call it for what it is.
Yep.
And they're paid agitators, just like back with George Floyd, had the pallets of bricks end up in the road. Why would a woman from another state drive down and then interfere?
Yep.
Why would a man
Lost her
drive?
children? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Why would a man drive from another state? It's both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now and they're bringing their children who are now getting ran over by cars, and then blaming us. It's what they do. And I
What they
heard
do.
somebody mention the EP files. Well, if Dems wanted it so bad, Biden was president. Why didn't he release them? Because they couldn't prove Trump was in it. They couldn't prove that he wasn't the whistleblower.
Because
So-
he was the whistleblower.
Exactly.
And that's what kills
Because
him.
they never wanted those files out. That's why.
Exactly, because it was everybody but Trump. But it doesn't matter. The left will always deflect. Okay. So, well, that's not why. Oh, it's the redacted 80 pages. It's this, it's that. I will not even waste my time arguing with a leftist. My daughter is a leftist. It's okay. I raised her to be an opinionated and, strong-willed and stand on her values. She wants to be a naive dumbass. That's on her, but I won't argue with her about it.
Armed shootings are stopped by a person with a gun. The vast majority of them are stopped by unarmed civilians. And you can look that up. You can look up that statistic again.
Like I said, you can look it up on the
2022.
CDC in between 500,000 all the way up to 2 million instances of
shootings, putting a stop to it just by people brandishing.
And how did they calculate this data if it didn't happen?
Yeah, like
I actually forget, to be honest with you. I think it was just mostly in the reports and shit, but I forget exactly how.
Yeah, no, this one is actually taken from the reports of the gun shootings of the gun violence that's been happening in the country over the past 20 years. The vast majority of mass shootings are stopped by unarmed civilians, not by good guys with guns. That's a myth. We've proven that. If I may say something that's a little bit inflammatory, we are talking about human life. I don't think that our personal opinion should really have much stake in these conversations. People are being unalived on a daily basis as we're talking.
So what's
having our lives threatened?
So what's your position, Xander? Are you just saying no pew-pews anymore because somebody might get hurt? Or?
How would you propose to come to a solution without actually being an infringement on the right? Then that's my question.
Well, first we have to before I can even answer you, we have to establish the fact that so many people are dying from gun violence is an issue, because you're not even willing to concede that. I gave you the numbers. I told you that it's higher than motor vehicle deaths, right? And even that is not something that makes you willing to concede that it is.
You're saying that it's higher. It's a higher rate of pew-pews than motor vehicle deaths in America?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll give you the exact figure. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but again, I think
I'm gonna look up the top 10 for myself. Sorry for cutting you off, buddy.
Yeah, so gun deaths were 46,728, and motor vehicle deaths were 43,000 and change. So it's
what year? What year is that?
That's 2023.
Okay, so by the same, what year? What year is that? By the same token, would you say that we should get rid of cars because it hurts a lot of people?
No, I'm arguing that gun deaths, when gun violence was nowhere near this high in the past, so we've proven that we can have a society.
Should we make it harder to get a car? Should we make it harder
to get violence? Right?
Should we make it?
Based off of that precedent, because it's risen higher than the rate that we have for cars, we should enact some sort of measures to control how it's going out of hand.
So should we into police states and make sure that everybody's got their license and make licenses harder to get?
That's a great way to avoid the point I just made and continue.
No, I'm saying. I'm saying.
Would you like to contend with what I said?
No, I'm saying if the analogy holds, right, and we say that the number.
That wasn't the analogy I was making.
Hold on. Your safety. You're saying safety is the most important thing. People are getting unalived by cars at a similar rate to CPUs, right?
I'm not.
Well, they're almost the same number, right?
Okay,
so what are you saying then?
That you want to equate this to policing highways. I'm not making that point, so it doesn't work here. Okay, motor vehicle deaths has been one of the leading causes of unaliving in the world for a very long period of time, right?
Okay, but
we're never at that high of a rate.
But isn't it the deaths?
And now that the gun deaths are at this rate, it's because they're at the number that we should actually pay attention to it and try and affect.
But isn't it the death? Now? Hold on, but isn't it the death that's the problem?
No, it's the violence. It's the violence and
violence is bad, but not death. So you don't care about death.
It's the violence that's causing the death. It's the violence that's causing the death. Death happens every single day. Death happens every single day, right?
So if they ban, hold on,
you're talking over each other.
Way, and death happens in a non-preventable way, right? And laws.
Okay, I get it. You don't need to filibuster every single point over and over again.
I'm not filibustering those points. You're just intentionally being obtuse and talking past my point. So I feel like I have to.
No, because I get it. You're saying
my point,
actually,
so that you can't just blow over it.
So to answer your question, what is your name? I don't know what to call you. I'm going to call you SVS. So to answer your question, about the legal age for driving, I think it should be increased. Since we can see that the younger demographic is actually the ones causing the most cars.
Well, what if you found that immigrants did it at a higher rate? Would you say we should restrict immigrants or no?
It's an obfuscation.
Why is it a demonstration? Well, I'm trying to get to the point of how far do you want to take it?
If those immigrants are not of the age, then
so you want to discriminate. So but ultimately you're talking about discrimination, right? You're saying people might get hurt. We need to discriminate on people's rights. Because we're talking about people's rights, and you're saying, well, people have the right to guns, but people get hurt, so we need to discriminate.
No, we're not talking about people's rights.
What do you mean we need to discriminate? How is that discriminate?
We have the right
that.
to bear arms in the United States of America, do we not?
So how is that discrimination? You still haven't explained that part.
Well, you're saying that we need to restrict that right because people getting hurt, right?
Okay, so may I just respond to this really quickly?
Okay, yes. So where is the discrimination?
Well, you're saying we need to further restrict it, so that's going to mean you have to discriminate somehow to restrict it more, right?
How does that make sense?
Well, how are you going to restrict it?
Who are we discriminating against? Let me ask you that question. Who are we discriminating against?
Well, I don't know. What's your policy proposal? What's your policy proposal on this?
I would say more background checks for guns, higher age limit to get guns.
Okay, so you want to discriminate based on race? Age, and also their mental
discrimination.
Their age and you want to discriminate based on their record, right? So on their criminal record, right?
So do you believe it's age discrimination? No. Wait. Do you believe that's age discrimination because the legal age of consent is 16?
Well, I'm just pointing out a fact that you're saying we need to increase the age.
No.
So
Answer my question. Do you believe that it's discrimination because the legal age of consent?
What does that have to do with what I'm saying? You're the one making the argument.
You just said I don't have to defend my
argument. Parallel points, but he can't.
Well, it's so sure you can, but I mean, again, you're trying to make me agree with.
I answered your question.
PDF stuff.
I answered your question.
What does that have to do with what I'm saying?
I said yes, that I would limit that the right to bear arms. Right? Did I not? Then I rebutted with a question and asked you, is it discrimination? Is it discrimination because the age of consent is 16?
Yes, it is. But that's why I'm saying everybody agrees with discrimination on some level, right? Of course, we have to have some level of discrimination.
What was the point? What was the point in bringing up discrimination then?
Because I'm just pointing out that you necessarily have to change policy via discrimination. All policy is going to come down to discrimination at some point.
This is not a conversation of rights, and you're trying to structure it around it.
How is it? Wait, how is it not? You're advocating for policy to restrict somebody's rights.
How is it not?
Saying
how is it not? It's a conversation of harm to our society. When we have harms to our society, such as drunk driving or drug use, we do things and take action in order to mitigate those harms in the society. It's what a country does. It's what countries have always done.
So do you think that? So you think that all the black people they put in prison for drugs is good? Then?
Unalive
so do you think,
by gun violence.
Do you think putting all those black people in prison for drugs is a good thing?
As a result of our addressing of it, people like you have always stepped in to obfuscate it and compare it to like.
So is it good to put people in prison for drug charges who are black
than actually talk about the actual policies?
Because they sold drugs, that means that they broke the law.
No, it's an obfuscation. All of the things that he's saying are meant to take your mind off of the point that's being made. Don't let him do it.
I don't understand.
So you're fine with putting black people in prison for selling drugs, right, Xander?
It's just an obfuscation.
Are you fine with that?
He's just trying to take you away from the conversation. Don't make him answer the questions. Okay.
So Xander, you believe in a law and order, right?
Okay, so I'm going to continue with the point that I was making earlier because you blew through it again because you're not interested to listening to people who have different views than you. But I'm going to answer.
Well, you just don't stop talking. You just keep talking.
So as I was saying before, we tried to blow through it because you're not actually interested in answering or speaking about this truthfully, right? A country is responsible for governing its people and caring for its people. And whenever we have a certain epidemic or problem within our society, it's the country's responsibility to step in and alter the effects of that thing. We saw that happen when too many teenagers were dying from drinking, and so we changed the drinking age, right? So whether you want to label that as discrimination or not,
right,
we have a problem in our society, and we fix that problem in our society.
So you agree with ICE? So you agree with ICE deporting people,
gun
right?
Deaths that are
so do you agree with ICE deporting people?
Are at higher rates than motor
vehicles. Do you
vehicles,
agree
right?
with ICE supporting people?
President, that it's at higher rates than it's ever been in the past.
Do you agree with ICE supporting people?
A problem. For,
do you agree with ICE?
I know you don't like listening to people who disagree with you, Pookie.
Because you're not saying anything. You think you have something. You have nothing.
That's the thing. You're incapable of listening to people you disagree.
Are you on
disagree
Adderall
with.
right now?
But if you actually listen, you hear the point I make.
Are you on Adderall?
Okay.
Are
so
you doing
as
Adderall?
I was saying, The
Conservatives try not to
populations that
insult.
we're responsible for.
Conservatives try not to insult.
This guy's genuinely not interested in listening. Like, you hear how he's just blowing through everything that I'm saying, trying to like obfuscate the point by saying like dog whistles. The black
Well,
people selling
you're
drugs.
saying
Like,
no, but
it's just dog whistles.
no, because you're saying that you want to
No, I
change
didn't
the
say that.
policy to help people because you care about people so much, right?
I didn't say that at all. When did I say those words?
I
You're
actually
saying
said those words, not him.
No. He's saying there's something hurting society, so we need to solve the problem, right? So I'm just pointing out other examples that you could point to and say, "Oh, is this solving the problem or not?"
Why are you pointing to other examples when we're talking about a very clear and quantifiable problem?
Because
right
it's
here?
not an
If
easy
I
thing.
come to
I don't
your
think it's
house-
an
if
easy.
I
I
come
don't
to
think
your
it's a
house
cut and
and
dry.
I tell you that there are termites in your walls. Why are you coming to show me the mold underneath your floorboards? I'm the termite man, and there are termites in your walls.
You don't
Let's talk
actually,
about the
Xander,
termites.
you didn't have to use the car dust as a one. You can just use the graduation. I'm not the graduation. The evolution of the driver's license and why it's at the age that it's at, right? So Pennsylvania was actually the first state to set a firm age restriction on driving at 18 in 1909, right? Other states followed suit, but ages back then ranged from 14 in California to 15, 16, 17, and even 18 in other states.
Right.
And
So people's brains aren't developed till 25. Should we raise it to 25? Should we make the law of the age of consent 25 because people's brains aren't developed, or what?
If 18-year-olds,
if we're counting an 18 as an adult, right? Then the legal age of
see,
drive. Actually, no, wait.
But based on the data, what's the data we're basing it on, right?
Based on the data, the younger demographic get into more car accidents because they tend to be more reckless, right?
Right.
So if we raise the driving age past the 18, more so 21, 20, 21, would the car deaths go down or up?
I mean, presumably they would go down if the people are older.
So isn't that a healthy solution?
Okay, great. So should we raise the age of consent to 25 so there'll be less teen pregnancy and put people in jail if they break it, or what?
Why don't we talk about gun rights first, and then we can talk about teen pregnancy?
Well, it's all the same. It's all the same thing.
Right, no, it's not.
Right?
It's, really
it's
not.
actually
It's genuinely
not.
So let's talk about gun rights first. And
Why?
then we can
Because
answer
the
your
raising
question
of
about
children
teen
is what. Hold on.
No,
The
because
raising.
Do you think if a 14-year-old wait, SBS, do you think that a 14-year-old and a 14-year-old getting together and having one of them getting pregnant is like a arrestable offense?
Well, I mean, that's what you guys are saying. You guys are saying, well, we need to raise the age of having a pew because people might get hurt or whatever, right? I mean, and I'm saying my argument is this: if you can say that about pews, well, the way we raise our children is how people become irresponsible, right? So if people are irresponsible until a certain age, let's say 25, because that's when our brains are developed, then why could you just say the same thing for that, right? You could say that for anything. You could say, well, people shouldn't own a home till 25, or people shouldn't be able to vote till 25, or people shouldn't be able to get married till 25.
Do you see how he pivots every time we try to lock him down on answering a question? Just
because there's no criteria. I'll explain why. Let me explain why. Because there's you haven't demonstrated.
Dishonest.
Hold on. It's not because you haven't demonstrated by
intellectually
what.
dishonest. I was captain of the debate team for 2 years in my high school. It's intellectually dishonest.
Well, I see
If
why you think that
can't
you're
answer
so
a
smart,
direct
because you
question
actually
and
don't
a
know
direct
anything.
line of questioning, then that displays intellectual dishonesty. That's what that is,
it
especially
displays that
in a
you
formal debate setting.
No, it displays how you haven't defined any terms that are meaningful.
SBS, I have a question for you. So I have a question for you, right? Let's pause on this topic real quick, right? So inside the congressional hearing, the attorney general was asked a set of questions. One of those questions was Donald Trump and present with Epstein at a party that contained minors? The attorney general then answered, this is ridiculous. Donald Trump is a good man, right? Do you think that answered that question?
Clearly, no, I guess.
Okay, so that's the exact same thing that you're doing. What you are doing is not answering the question directly.
No, I'll explain.
And creating this narrative.
Let me explain.
It was a yes or no question. We asked you yes or no questions. You asked us yes or no questions.
Let me explain
I answered
why.
you yes or no, but you're not answering yes or no. That is being dishonest.
Allow me to explain why. Because here's the thing. He hasn't demonstrated by what criteria he's basing his argument on. He's saying, well, people get hurt in society, therefore we need to change the law. And I'm saying, well, people get hurt by a lot of things. Then he said it's violence. And I said, okay. So like,
Again,
how do you,
again, that is dishonest reasoning. If I ask you to tell me whether the sky is blue, yes or no, you don't need me to define what I mean by blue before you can go
well,
ahead
you're
and tell
trying
me
to
whether the
change,
sky
but
is
you're
blue.
trying to change a policy based on your feelings about people getting hurt. And I
That's
said,
not
well,
based
let's
on
talk
feelings.
about
This is based on data. This is based on
Okay,
data.
and I said, hold on,
We're not trying to change a policy based off of our feelings. We're trying to
You
change a
are,
policy
because
based off
I brought
of
up
harm.
cars
Because
for a
we've
reason.
already
I
set
brought
a
up cars
precedent
for a
of
reason.
changing
Yes, you
laws
brought up
that
cars.
cause harm
You
to
brought up
us.
cars,
Because
and
the numbers of suffering.
I answered
with
you
motor
about
crossing
cars.
deaths,
I answered
with
you about
drunk
cars. I said
driving.
yes, we should raise the legal limit to drive a car because of the
Right,
death
and
count. And
of
then I
course,
asked you if we raised it, would the deaths go down or up? You answered
right.
down.
Okay, and so and I'm
Why
saying,
is
do
the
you think
same
that
thing
people would
not?
suffer
Why
less
is
if
the
we
same
raised
thing
the
not
age of
being applied
consent
to the gun
to
laws?
25 years old? Do you think that people would suffer less if we raised the age of consent to 25 years
Force him
old?
to answer
I
the
feel like
question because
there
he's
would
going
be
to keep
less.
doing
I
this.
feel like there would be less pedophiles and like not in jail if we raised the legal limit of consent.
Right. Exactly. So you want to age? So why not apply the same principle to everything and say you can't buy a house to 25, you can't get a credit card to 25,
Wait, my bad.
for everything. It's not one size fits all.
you can't own a knife,
I
you
misphrased.
can't
Hold
have
on,
an axe, you can't have a
I
chainsaw, you can't have a
I'm
car.
going
my
down
point.
the side
Hold on,
paths
hold on.
with him.
Wait, guys,
They're
hold on.
obfuscations.
I
They're
misread
meant
my
to
point. I
distract
misread
you.
my point. If we raise the legal age of consent, right, at least to an adult, then there would be more pedophiles in jail because it's not able to be justified.
Tiz, stop falling for the bait. The side quests are just side quests to obfuscate and stop him from answering.
But the side quest he's
But
doing
you asked him a
is
yes
so
or
simple.
no
It's
question
so
at
simple.
the last
I
part
mean,
of that statement, and it was a really good question, and he just weaseled his way out of it again. And he keeps
I mean, I'm on board with it. You want to
and you
take
keep
guns away
falling
from
for
black people in the inner city because you're scared of guns.
Once
I
again,
think you should go
another
for it.
obfuscation. He wants you to take the bait. Please don't do it.
No, that's what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. He keeps mentioning black people because we're black.
No, because don't you think that black people have been oppressed by the government? Don't you? I like the
now
Black
let's
Panthers.
now let's talk about gun deaths. Now let's go back to gun deaths.
I like the Black Panthers. I like Malcolm X. I like Malcolm X more than MLK.
Culture war bingo. Okay, let's talk
Malcolm
about
X
gun
more
deaths,
than
because that's the
MLK. You should like them both
we're having
equally.
right at this moment.
No, MLK is terrible. I think Malcolm X was.
Why do you
better.
think MLK is terrible? Let's start with there.
Because he was working for the man, and he should have been more like Malcolm X.
So you don't believe that Malcolm X ever worked for the man?
I mean, he was a lot more honest than MLK, that's for sure.
And where are you basing that off of?
I mean, the whole totality of everything he said before he was unalive.
So you
especially at the end of his life.
recite me or paraphrase for me the speeches that you were talking about?
Well, the point that I'm getting at is that you want to take guns away from everybody, including black people,
you made a claim
because you're scared that they're going to get hurt by guns.
You pivoted again. That was crazy.
Well, because I think Malcolm X proves my point.
I even let go of that topic, and you just pivoted again. And how does Malcolm X prove your point?
Because how are you guys disarming everybody, including black people, going to help anybody in this country?
How are we disarming everybody? By raising the legal limit? I mean, the legal age.
I mean, there's a lot of people who shouldn't have guns right now in this country, especially a lot of young black kids in the inner city, and they have guns anyways, even with the laws right now. So, I mean, I don't know how passing a law is going to change that. I mean, if you know how it's going to change it, I'm happy to hear it.
Even if it doesn't completely take it away, would it decrease it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if the numbers keep going up and the laws keep getting worse, I mean, obviously there's a problem, right? Like there was less legal laws about guns 100 years ago, and statistically, the rates of gun deaths were a lot
less. Has guns changed in the last 100 years?
I mean, not a lot. I definitely somewhat, for sure. The proliferation of them somewhat, yeah, sure, but not functionally. Like the way that they're built and operated is not significantly that different than in World War I. I mean, I don't think it's the tool being used that makes something, dangerous. I think it's the people. Obviously, the pew pew is an inanimate object. It doesn't hurt anybody in and of itself, right? It has to have somebody with it or somebody using it. Would you disagree, or?
I'm not gonna lie, I toned you out, and you pivot too much.
I have a question and then I'll shut up because I'm already kind of intellectually tuned out of this conversation. But I have a question, then I'll shut up.
So so everything I just said, you just say that doesn't make any sense to you? Is that what you're saying? Nothing I said made any sense to you?
No, you're pivoting. You're not engaging.
Yeah, but is it valid? But because I'm talking about principles, you're talking about like factoids.
I would have gladly listened to you if you were actually genuine, like being genuine inside the conversation.
See, this is the problem: is that you guys are not genuine because you're just over here spouting facts with no context.
Did we answer your questions?
Facts with no context. I can give you the context.
Did we answer your questions? Yes or no? Just really quickly, did we answer your questions? Yes or no?
I mean, not really, because I'm trying to get at the principle, and you guys are just like,
really?
Not really, because I'm.
So when you ask questions, we did not give you the answers that we.
Well, I just asked you a question. I said, did what I say made sense or not? And you said, oh, I just tuned it out, bro, because I didn't want to listen to it.
So that was this moment. I'm talking about when we were engaged in the conversation.
So you're not any better than me, right? You just...
Okay, now listen. I need you to answer the question. When we were engaged in the conversation, we were answering your questions, correct?
I honestly don't remember. I tuned you out because you were.
Hey, SBS, are you mega? Are you mega?
Not really. I mean, I agree with like somewhat of what they say, but not everything.
Okay, I have a question that I wanted to ask from before, right? What would have to happen to make you support gun legislation? What would have to happen? Is there anything that could happen to make you support gun legislation?
I mean, I'm not saying I never would. I'm just saying that the way you're arguing for it doesn't really make any sense to me.
Could you give me a criteria that would cause you to accept gun legislation?
Sure. If the immigration and the destruction of the family in this country continues at the rate it's going, yeah, I think we're going to have zero choice but to restrict it because people are getting out of control. 100%.
Okay, but immigrants don't own guns.
Do you realize that immigrants are?
Oh, yes, they do.
Wait, no. Do you realize that immigrants are actually less likely to commit a crime than U.S. citizens?
I mean, regardless of the fact, they shouldn't be here, so that's irrelevant.
Okay,
immigrants as a whole. What the fuck are you saying?
Okay, but
I was talking about illegal immigrants specifically, but maybe I didn't.
You didn't clarify that. You never clarified that.
But besides that, per capita, more American-born citizens own guns than immigrants, even the citizens who are here. So obviously, more American citizens own guns than immigrants.
Well, you would hope so, since you shouldn't have more immigrants than people who are born in this country, right? So.
Okay, so my question is the only way that my follow-up question is the only way that you would support gun legislation is if if a foreign population have the majority of the guns? Is that the only way, or is there another criteria?
Well, you're asking for my criteria for like increased gun laws?
So you listed one. And I'm asking, is there another one?
That's an interesting question. I think you have to look at like who's doing the violent crime, why are they doing it, and I think that it's clear to see that drugs are related to that, and
but I'm asking,
gangs are related to that, and inner city
stuff is related to that. The migrants had the majority.
So you're literally advocating for
you would want them to go ahead and you would want them to take the guns, right? And so my second question is, now that we know that the migrants are one sticking point, what would be another sticking point? Not talking about the current system, we're talking about your own hypothetical world in your head in which if this happened, you would support gun legislation. Can you give me another one, or is it just the immigrants one?
Sure. I mean, I think that you should have to take, if in a perfect world, people should have to have some sort of level of moral test. I think, like the test, like what's their moral.
If I could just morality is more and ask you, what would be the criteria for you to support a gun ban? Much like with the first example you gave with the immigrants, you said immigrants having the majority of the guns and mobilizing against the American populace would be an issue. So could you give me another example like that one?
Well, again, I'm not saying just because they're immigrants they shouldn't have gone, or just because they're legal immigrants. But
I'm not.
I don't want to like.
I'm just asking if you could give me another one. That's one example you gave. I'm asking for a different one.
Well, I just said, we have to look at what's happening. So I think people
Right, but
who
that's the
are
I'm
doing a
looking
lot
for
of.
the cause. I'm looking for what would be the cause that would make you support it. You listed.
I mean, I don't think that it's a. See, here's the thing: is like I get what you're saying. I just don't think that like the making a law against the thing in and of itself usually works.
No,
like you have to look at what you have to look at the
right. You already listed the first criteria in which the majority of the migrants, if they had the guns, you would support it. And so I'm trying to figure out if there are any
well, I don't think
ones.
I don't think that's really what I'm saying, but
okay,
I
no, that wasn't. Yeah. No, I'm paraphrasing for the sake of time. I understood the point you were making with that, and I'm trying to get further in the conversation. But I want to understand how far this goes. So you gave me one example. I'm not talking about the solutions. I'm not talking about the ideal society. I'm saying, can you think of another hypothetical in which, just like with the migrants, if this happened, you would support?
Well, I'm not saying I'm against. Hold on, just to be clear, I'm not saying I'm against gun control. What I'm saying is that I don't think the way that you're arguing for
you're
it
not
was
against
bad,
gun control, but still, much like with the original hypothetical you gave me, do you have another hypothetical, or is that your only hypothetical? I'm just curious from your perspective.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're trying to ask me. Again, like I think that there's.
Okay, so he's not going to answer your
you're
question.
talking about
He's
violent.
going to answer that.
He's not going to answer that.
So,
because I don't understand what you're really trying to ask me, to be honest with you.
I mean, you answered it the first time pretty well, so it seems like you grasped it the first time. It's only when I asked you the second time that you seem to not answer. It's just that you seem to not get it.
So
because you're asking it
these immigrants
in like a very specific way.
These immigrants that you're talking about, right? Would you be fine with it if they were coming over here to have a family and their kids are being born on U.S. soil? Essentially, Americans.
You're again, I'm not against immigration either. You know, don't get it twisted. You're kind of getting it twisted of what I'm trying to get at. The point of what I'm saying is like, I'll give you an example. Like where I live at, there's a lot of immigrants, and for the most part, they're just normal people going about their day. There's another set of immigrants that are outside drinking beer and doing drugs all day and selling drugs all day. And they go and do a bunch of crime. You understand what I'm saying? So like, I don't like that. And I don't think, and I think a lot of them should not be here.
Born American citizens.
But what are you saying? Americans do that.
Thank you.
Sure, but the point is that people who are born here, obviously, you know, we have to deal with those people because they're born here.
To become a criminal.
No, but there's a cost to it. Like here's the thing: is if you're born in this country and you're an American citizen or whatever, you know, we have an obligation to like handle you, right?
Well,
but if you're here as a guest, if you're here as a guest,
percentage, like most immigrants that come to this country are not doing that.
You realize that the rules are actually stricter.
I mean, if you want to get into statistics, you're not going to like how that goes. I mean, I can get into statistics.
Just hear me out real quick. I've got the way we did this conversation right here. So you said, did this conversation right here. So you said, right, you just admitted that the Americans are doing it too, and we know from their numbers they're doing it at higher rates. So why is it you're trying to focus? Why are you trying to criminalize the immigrants who are engaging in the same behavior as Americans?
Some people, hold on,
we are talking about a conversation of crime, which is and we're talking about a conversation. Why does it matter whether the people committing the crime are American citizens or foreign citizens? Shouldn't we hold the same standard for both of them?
Ultimately, it doesn't. It's about the morality of the situation.
Okay, so why are you focused? Why are you framing this conversation around?
But here's the thing: is because here's the thing is like you're saying that your goal is to reduce violence, right? So some people would say that black people do more violent crime in this country than other groups of people. Would you agree with that or not?
That I would say that's a mischaracterization.
That's actually
see, this is the thing is like you want to get into facts, but then you don't like.
If you want to, no. SBS, you are wrong because you said crimes in general.
But he just brought up violent crime. Okay, let's get into violent crime. Okay, so violent crime. Actually, the majority.
I mean, I'm trying to respect people as people, but you want to make it about statistics.
I'm not offended at all. I'm not offended at all. Trust me.
You shouldn't be because
I'm not. I want to engage with you in a conversation of statistics. So if you'll allow me to respond really quickly, okay? So absolutely, when we're talking about violent crime, we actually see that our communities commit crimes at rates proportionate to one another. Actually, there's only crimes at rates proportionate to 15 13% between our two populations. And we see similar rates between ours and the Hispanic populations, with only deviations with smaller population immigrants like Asians or like other small countries or other small populations, right? So first off, the narrative that like any one group commits more group than any other in crime of any variety is just proven false. We know that we commit crime.
Well, you just said 10 to 15%. That's obviously not nothing, though.
They're in a comparable range, right? And
I mean,
another thing we have to
comparable
consider,
is one of those like catchprise words.
Another thing
Hold on. So wait. I'm on the Congress.gov website. My bad.
It's okay if you'll just let me land this plane, because there's a second half to that, right? The second half is that the highest proponent of criminality is not race; it's actually income, because the areas that are closer to the poverty line have the highest rates of crime. That would be another thing that I would say that we all would be able to concede to pretty easily, right? And as far as populations go, at least 42% of the Black population are captured by poverty, right? So we're talking about a larger focused population who are under the criteria that breeds crime. That's the first part. The second part, they're policed at higher rates than any other community in this country, right? No. The whole 13, so this is where I wanted to get to. This is where I wanted to get to. You want to go to 1350, the 1350 statistic, but the 1350 statistic isn't about charges. It's about arrests. And who has the highest rate of wrongful convictions in this country? Which demographic? It's Black people, disproportionately 27%, which means you let them go more than any other demographic for falsely accusing them of crimes. And so if we look at the 1350 statistic, we see that it's about arrest rates and not about actual charges. Those charges aren't going through because these people are convicted.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring up the numbers. Let's see if you're. I'm bringing up the numbers right now. Let's see if you're correct. Okay.
Go ahead and bring them up.
All right. Let's take a look. Okay. So let's see. Let's see here.
You do know they also get off, like in blue states and blue counties and blue cities, they get off. They don't have to, like, the charges don't go through. Like they don't, like the actual, like the penalty for what they've done wrong, they get let off over and over and over and over and over again. That's a real thing. Just so we're clear. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, even though
I just call him SBS because I don't know how to see his fucking name.
I got you.
But anyway, so back to the immigration while you're going to look up those statistics and recite them. So actually a study was done and a team of economicists analyzed 150 years of U.S. census data and found immigrants were consistently less likely to be incarcerated than people born in the U.S. Right. They also found beginning in 1960, the incarceration gap widened such that immigrants today are 60% less likely to be incarcerated than U.S. born.
Correct.
And this is the Congress.gov website, by the way.
You think none of that has to contribute for the fact that they're not recognized by the system?
But I just want to know what an illegal immigrant is. Like, what is that?
What do you mean they're not recognized by the system?
Like if you are a citizen of the United States, you are easy, like you are recognized by the system. It's easier to find you.
And for the second part,
to be a U.S. citizen, you have to have a record of where you could be found.
Correct. You have a social. Yeah, exactly. You're making my point. It's easier to find you.
To have citizenship in the U.S., you have to have that.
I agree. You're making my point. If you're not recognized by the system, it's not easy to find you, is it?
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
To get citizenship in the U.S., like as an immigrant coming over here and getting citizenship, right? You understand me so far? Immigrant coming over here to get citizenship has to have that documentation down.
Yes, and if you are quote unquote an illegal alien How can we find you? The system doesn't recognize you. You're a ghost.
So what are you implying?
Not necessarily.
Yes.
ICE, ICE finds them.
You're skewing what I'm saying. You're trying to move it over.
Arrested all the time.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to understand what you're implying. So, what's the punchline?
There's not a punchline.
I know. It's a colloquial term. It's a colloquial term. I know you're not joking. I'm just asking what's the point you're trying to make?
How can you be like? How can you actually be like, found or convicted of a crime? Like, let's just say it's like, hey, we know somebody did this, but we don't like. Okay, if you are already a United States citizen, it's easier to find you. We know where your address is. We have social security numbers. Like, you are recognized by the state itself. If you're not recognized by the state itself, we don't have you in our books. If you're not a part of the system, all the above, it's harder to find you. You are a ghost.
Okay, so you're talking about illegal immigrants and not immigrants in general, right?
Yeah, were you talking about like just immigrants in general?
That's what the fucking study was on.
Okay, and you're talking about United States citizens, just like regular anybody who's a United States citizen already, before
or people working towards the proper means to become United States citizens.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they would probably be on their best behavior. They're trying to get in. They're trying to get into the. They're trying to be a part of the system.
Do you think
the study is also focused on people that are already here with just citizenship? What are you talking about? What is your point? They don't include undocumented immigrants into this. What?
Okay, you said immigrants,
and you kind of just assumed that he meant illegal when we were talking.
I didn't assume anything. Illegal or legal immigrant is still an immigrant.
Okay, but we were talking about a conversation of the actions of.
Okay, no. So, are you trying to refute the study? Is that what you're trying to do?
Can I ask though? Do you feel the difference with people? Like, do you feel the difference between someone who's born and bred here or someone who's not born and bred in your country? Like, that feels viscerally different to you. Someone who's not.
Well, where are your people from, Jack? Where are your people from?
I don't feel anyone born and bred.
Where are you? Where is your family from, Jack?
I'm from Wales, but you get me back.
No. But before that, before that,
Civish, why is that so important to pin down? I'm just
because I'm going to tear apart his argument. I want to know
based off of where his family's from.
Pause. Where's everyone's cameras on?
I didn't know that was a prerequisite.
Well, it's not a prerequisite, but we will. If I want to look at you in your eyes when I put your ass down, yeah, I want to look at you in your eyes.
Wait, what? When you want to what?
Down?
Okay, so anyways, Jack, where was your family from before Wales?
Probably like, if you go back generation, whatever, it's mainly like UK, but I think one of them was like Russia, one of them was like, my mother's side is all UK. Like
yeah,
UK,
well, my family is Welsh too, but I live in America, so
yeah. So how come you?
So what are you trying to say though?
So what I'm trying to say, why do you think there's a difference between people who are immigrant, like say like ICE people, like the people who ICE are going to go after, or the people who ICE aren't going to go after? I can't see any difference in my head. I don't care whether you're from here or not from here. As long as you're nice.
You haven't noticed that.
Don't interrupt him. He's trying to finish his thought. Don't interrupt him. He didn't finish his thought.
Nobody's talking to you though, so just relax for a second, okay?
He didn't finish his thought.
No. Hold on. SPS, you're not gonna do this like you've been genuine in debate so far. You have been avoiding questions, avoiding yes or no questions, and then just being hypocritical when you ask questions yourself.
I don't think you know what that means, actually. So
no, I know exactly what it means. You have been engaging dishonestly.
Do you want to hear opposition?
You have not been answering questions when they've
is
been
it not hypocritical? Is it not?
So
and trying to obfuscate counterpoints in order to run away.
You're actually doing the obfuscating,
but then demand.
You will never admit it though. I have the statistics, by the way. I have the statistics.
We've been waiting for the middle of a conversation, but please go ahead.
Like, do you really care if someone's from the place you were born from? If they're a good person, they're a good person.
I like immigrants, but here's the thing: is like again,
you're interrupting him.
Can you allow him to finish his statement?
Dude,
exactly.
Y'all don't want
you're
him to get
interrupting him.
Y'all don't want him to get anything out because he's gonna make a good point. That's it.
Who? Wait, who?
You guys are just triggered. You guys are just
SBS? Wait, hold on. Wait, are you talking about SBS?
You guys are just triggered. That's the problem. You guys can't have a reasonable discussion.
No, you just can't let somebody
can't have
finish
a
a
reasonable
sentence.
discussion. Hold on, no. SBS. I asked you multiple questions. You said I was discriminating because I wanted to raise the legal age to have guns. Correct or incorrect?
What? Yeah, you said. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
you say that I was discriminating because I said we should raise the legal age to have guns.
Obviously, by definition, if you're trying to change the laws on how old you have to be to get a weapon, by definition, you're discriminating on people.
Is it discrimination to have the legal age of consent at 16? And then what did you answer?
Yeah, and I said yes, of course, because by definition you have to discriminate based on whatever criteria you're using. That's what discrimination means.
Okay, so
it means
now my next question is, hold on. Did you try to use discrimination?
Women should have the right to discriminate who they want.
My next question was, he wasn't done.
Did you try to use discrimination against me? Did you try to use discrimination against me to refute my point?
What? How did I use discrimination against you?
Did you try to use discrimination?
Zender,
you were literally there. Zender, you were there.
Dude, we know how this goes. We've done this 4 times now. We've tried to pin him down on 4 different questions. He gets the. Remember when I asked him about the immigration thing, and he was like, "Well, if illegal, which one would make you? What would make you support gun reform?" And he was like, "If illegal immigrants got the majority of the weapons, we're being menaces."
Well, that's not what I said.
Can I ask a question?
That's actually not what I said. You're misrepresenting what I said.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
I am,
I'm rephrase that.
I'm misrepresenting you on purpose because at the time I asked you if you had another example, and I give you multiple times. I even rephrased my question like 7 times, and you never said
because you're on Adderall and you just keep talking at 100 miles.
He's gonna clip that you said that you.
He's not even on. Like, how do you know he's on Adderall? You just
because the way he's talking is like ridiculous.
Right.
He's talking.
It's not. That I'm on Adderall.
You just can't defend it.
So if somebody's passionate and they're talking to you passionately, you instantly assume they're on Adderall. They're on some type of drug.
Well, he's speaking a little bit.
That was crazy. Yeah.
It's still allowed to say it. He's full of those. He wants to pivot away from these talking points. I want to.
We can say.
Okay. Well, you've interrupted me like 5 times now. Can I get back to the point I was making?
Okay. Go ahead and make your point, but I wanted to respond to the point you make directly. So stay on track and don't jump to the next point.
Why are you jumping into a conversation that has nothing to do with you? I already tried to talk to you.
So this is actually open panel.
You were literally responding to me just a second ago.
Well, you guys said that I can't interrupt people on an open panel, but then he's doing that to me.
Because you were interrupting everybody else, but I will agree. Yes, everyone has been jumping on him. Let him talk. What do you want to say? What is his point? Let's combine all together. What is he trying to say now? Come on.
Yes, let's listen to Rainbow Harmony.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, I'm listening for the
statistics. No, he's been trying to find that the entire time. He had time to say it multiple times and just didn't do it yet. He wanted to engage with Jack.
Go ahead and give us statistics. I will listen. I won't interrupt.
Statistics or not?
Read the statistics. Right, so SBS, read the statistics. Here you go.
Really briefly, yeah. So total violent crime arrest in the United States: white 50, black 45, and then
the other numbers.
You weren't here for this yet, Space. They already asked about this,
and that's 2024, I think.
We can talk
from. Is that you're talking about whatever? What are you talking about, woman?
So population share is 59% of the is white, non-Hispanic. Black is 13 to 14. So, so unless you're arguing that the over policing, as you put it, and the exonerations account for 45 or 30% or whatever it is, I don't know what you're trying to get at, right?
I have 2 questions, 2 clarifying.
Wait, let him finish. I want to hear what his thought process is because it's fucking dumb. But
I'm just trying to understand.
Let him keep going. Let him keep going because his statistics are super skewed.
Okay, but
where are you going off of?
I know they're skewed.
No, I'm not.
They're not skewed.
Okay, keep.
What study are you using? What study are you using? So I can just.
Well, that's what I want to ask.
I put it into ChatGPT and I said, "Give me the total numbers and ratios."
The ChatGPT that had hallucinations in fucking 2020 through 2025 through 2026. They've been
okay. So now you're going to say AI is racist now? Is that your argument?
No.
ChatGPT has hallucinations. You know what that means? When you're coding, if you're coding,
I think you might be having
do you know what a hallucination is for an AI company? Do you know what that means? A hallucination is not just a hallucination, like as in a person has a hallucination. Oh, they see somebody.
What
No.
in the fuck?
AI, when it says that you have, Google it, just Google it. Or
Well, it might be hallucinating. I don't know if I can trust anything on the
individual
internet.
putting the
Exactly.
information in.
Why are you so fucking stupid?
You might be an AI for all I know.
AR
so.
hallucinations are incorrect or misleading results that AI models generate. These errors can be caused by a variety of factors, including insufficient training data, incorrect assumptions made by the model, or biases in the data used to train the model.
Why'd you have to Google that for
Okay,
me?
great. Do you guys have the Wakanda version I can use? Maybe that's better.
You're just fucking racist. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm done. Goodbye.
Thank you for being, for the first time, honest this entire conversation. Okay. I was waiting for it. You see, for people like that, you genuinely need to hold their feet to the flames and force them to answer questions. There's one more here, though. You said he was right and he had the statistics, okay? Go ahead and use this data he was using and argue his points, and I will be quiet the whole time because your audio's a little bit low, so I can't really hear you.
Yeah, whoever he's talking to.
Are you yelling at me?
He's talking on the ETU, CC. Actually, I accidentally added him back up. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, no. You're not being on my panel being racist. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy.
His statistics are right. You can look them up in any other form.
Right. So,
can you give me the study? You give me the actual study of the on the website that it was on instead of like the AI background.
Yeah, go to the FBI website. They'll tell you the same thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. The FBI website is based off of the UCR. The UCR is based off of arrest rates, not based off of convictions. So that's
okay. Well, and like I said, the convictions don't happen because a lot of these things happen in blue states, in blue counties, and blue cities where they don't get convicted. They get let back out in the streets.
You would need to set up a precedent for us to investigate that before we accept the claim automatically. Right now, as the precedent stands, we know that these people have the highest wrongful conviction rate, right? And we also know that this statistic is commonly mischaracterized to reflect convictions when it actually is just about arrests.
How do we know this?
We know this. We know this because of the data. There are actually, I believe, 3 or 4 people on the panel who are in common consensus about this. It was just you and the other guy who don't seem to know this.
Okay, the common consensus is like, but what are you basing any of this off of? Like, we base anything off of anything.
I'm literally basing that off of the FBI's own data. That's the USCR, who's not going based off of convictions but arrest rates.
Okay.
They themselves refute the claim that it means that like black people are inclined to higher rates of criminality.
Higher rates of violence, yes.
Criminality, because also it's also the thing is specifically geared to homicide and violent assaults, and yet it's reflected to try and show all crime rates, and that's another thing that is another mischaracterization of it, which is refuted by the FBI's own panel themselves. If you want to go and look that up.
Okay, well, sure. I will take your word for it, Xander.
No. Don't take his word for it. Go research it.
He wouldn't believe me anyway. It's okay.
I believe my eyes and my ears, man. Just like y'all do.
Correction. You've seen what you wanted, what you've needed to see to convince yourself.
I can see everything, man. You don't really know me that well.
No, I didn't say that I know you. I gave you the FBI's own words to you, and you said, I'll take your word for it rather than trying to corroborate it. That implies you've seen what you need to see to think that you don't need to look anything up. That's enough to tell me what I need to know.
Think that there really is the want for a back and forth here on this panel.
Then would you like to change the topic? I believe someone else tried to talk. Was that Vaughn?
Yes. So I don't know, probably 10 minutes ago, Jack was trying to make a statement about the whole difference between being born in the United States or being an immigrant. Do you look at them differently? And I would like to hear the rest of his thought on that.
Well, maybe you look at them differently. I don't look at people differently. I see everyone, you know what I mean? But I know that people do. People see people. I realize what I'm saying is bullshit as well, because everybody sees people in a way, like, you know what I mean? And I can't pretend I'm a perfect, best white person ever. We all look at each other, do you know what I mean? But We yeah.
Okay, so based on your comment, I would really like the opportunity to state my opinion on this. If everybody's okay with that.
Cool. It's open panel, so it's like if you're gonna respond to whoever you want to respond to, you can respond to it.
Me personally, I don't care if you were born in the United States or came to the United States legally. That makes no difference to me. You became a naturalized United States citizen. Congratulations on you, because honestly, you know more about this country than 90% of the people that grew up here and went to high school.
Yeah, that's
where
true.
where I draw the line is if an individual came to this country illegally or under false pretenses.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, I think we can all agree. Here. If someone did not take the proper channels to get here, they should be deported.
Nah, see, maybe I'm different then.
Can I ask a clarifying question
that makes a big difference in the UK. Not a massive difference, right? Someone could be illegal, they could be illegal. It wouldn't make me like them less or more.
Do you think it's working out for
It's
you?
It's not about liking them or disliking them.
Yeah,
If they came here, if they came here not using the proper channels and try to bypass the system, they should be deported.
Because
So
they're not here trying to see.
I'm not saying that they're bad.
A quick clarifying question. Vaughn, do you think asylum seekers are valid in their asylum claims?
I think every situation needs to be verified.
Needs to be vetted.
Yeah,
verified, vetted. That would be like me saying. Well, hang on, I'm gonna answer your question here. That would be me saying I'm gonna go to Canada and claim asylum because currently right now I am a 50-year-old white male in the United States and I'm seen as privileged and I get targeted.
Okay, so
does that truly, based on that statement, do I qualify for asylum?
Right. Now, my secondary clarifying question is, do you think that under our current model, we do not vet asylum claims?
I do not believe that it is being done properly.
What evidence do you have to substantiate that claim?
Fucking gosh, dude.
Yeah, no, usually when a person makes a claim about something, we ask them to back it up in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I'm sorry you rage quit because I asked for evidence. I guess we can just assert
hang on. No, hang on. I'm gonna answer your question. All right. And I'm gonna put this in a hypothetical for you, okay? I'm from
he was asking for data, not
hang on. I'm from Venezuela, and my brother's sister's cousin is tied to TDR, and I'm trying to flee that. How do you vet that?
Well, number one, we have we probably have some sort of correspondence with a country that has some sort of trade relation or possibly has some sort of positive relation.
Up until 6 months ago, there was no communication or trade relation between the United States and Venezuela.
Right, but
do you know why that? No. Wait. Hey, Vaughn, do you know why that was?
There's a lot of reasons behind it.
That's kind of
what are one of the main reasons why we didn't have that with Venezuela?
But hang on, we're still
hang on,
we're not gonna we are not gonna jump from one topic to the next.
We're gonna continue.
Nigga. What? Okay, first of all, I find that comment very offensive.
I don't give a
fuck. I find that word very offensive.
I don't, nigga. I'm black. I can say it. You're not going to dictate what I can say.
I think that's an offensive comment to yourself and your people.
Okay.
So we took that word back. We took that word back in the 60s.
Why do I think so? Because my brother-in-law is black, and it's highly offensive to him. And my two mulatto niece, to my mulatto niece and nephew.
We do not use the word
expect to be insulted. That's how I was taught. Like, what the fuck? Why do you think I come to the conversation so authentic? Because I don't, like, I want you guys to know exactly how I feel, how transparent. Yeah, that's why. So all these people come in here with this, we got these fucking, pseudo intellectual ignoramuses. Like, how are you ignorant and you think you're smart at the same time? I don't even understand what school you even went to, because they don't go to school.
Nope.
It's impossible. So, like, if you think that people are going to come to this position and be this, this like insincere, and we're just going to be like, oh, it's okay. Hey, calm down. Like, nah, we're going to eat. It's time to play with our food. We're going to knock it back and forth like whales.
What do you mean by all white people are racist? What does that mean?
Didn't you just get up here?
I said we're gonna play with our food. We're gonna knock it back and forth like whales.
I'm hungry.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
We're gonna knock it back and forth like whales. I'm gonna use that later.
Yeah, you gotta keep that. You gotta coin that yourself. You gotta make that yours.
I know that's
That's
right.
a good one.
Do your promotion, sir.
Yeah. So we are at 62.3K thousand likes. 3K thousand. Yeah, for real. Good job, guys. The engagement is fantastic. Almost at 70. We're almost at 70K. I'm a little lethargic. I don't really sleep.
It's almost 4:00 where you are.
Yeah, I'm kind of like one of those old souls. I'm closing in on 301 years old. So. Yeah, sleep is kind of like a long lost best friend, But anyway,
the conversation is lively too. It's just that all of these different dynamics is just, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I wanted to actually get more gifts in here. I want you guys gifting the panel. Let's go ahead and start gifting the panel. That's something that we need to start doing a lot more. I've been in sending galaxies. I was just in Jasmine's live. If you guys have, Jasmine is a core queen here as well. She goes lives. I was just in her live, sent a galaxy. Yeah, just sending galaxies randomly. And if that's me, I'll just hop in.
Funny that my mic kept getting muted by you guys.
Am I talking? Remember when I was just talking?
That's why.
Like, what the fuck?
Good night.
It's insane. Thank you for that. Hey, baby, I feel you. Thank you, love. But yeah, it's actually insane, the decorum of some of these individuals. It's actually insane. But anyway, we appreciate it, guys. We appreciate it. I want you guys gifting the panelists, especially. In addition, our donations are still going. Guys, we're actually rocking. I'm really getting us in line to talk to some real heavy hitters, people who really sponsor, real communities. And as of right now, we have kind of like an opportunity with a monastery. I randomly ran into a monk in the airport and we just hit it off. He said my crown, he said the chi that I was emitting was a strange color, so he had to come talk to me. And so I don't know, after the conversation, he's like, he basically makes the offer. They're building a monastery on like 200 acres or something crazy in Tennessee. And he's saying essentially they're going to need hands, but even in addition, with them needing hands, the people will have to like stay there so they can, ensure that the work is done or whatever the case may be. I've never done this. I thought it was, a crazy, interesting position to be in. But yeah, I guess at the end of March is when the heads come back. They're in India right now on some retreat. Real monks, guys, like shaved head, the whole nine, the whole outfit, the paint on the face, the gold paint,
and everything.
Yeah, and
was he
deeper. Yeah, he was a white guy. But his masters are not white. His masters are straight from India. But the point is that it's all about chi. It's all about reading energy with me, and the presence and the peace that I felt like even when he came up to me and talked, it was you know how some people will approach you and you'll be like on guard, like what the fuck is this guy got going on? You know, when he came up to me, I could see him before he came up. Still, my essence didn't tell me anything negative. It was just like welcome him in. And it was like, okay, I'll welcome him in. There's nothing wrong. And then I welcomed him in, shook each other's hands. It was like eye contact, genuine feelings. And then we just started laughing. And he was just like, yeah, I knew it was a good idea to come talk to you, man. You have good energy, man. It was just like, thank you, man. You have good energy too. Like, what the heck? It's like, he had like very, very strong joy energy. Like nothing can shake my joy energy.
Is Jewish, so like he does most of the financials. But
you're blessed by God, bro. Say no more.
Yeah, and he does a lot of that stuff. I just kind of built. I just did what I know how to do. Also, one of them is a construction company, so that's like a license to print money. It's very difficult to actually like I don't know. It's very difficult to not make money in construction.
I watched the Tyler Oliveira video, and you know, from my understanding of the video, Hashem has greatly helped them. That's all I'll say.
I don't know who that Tyler person is. And Hashem sounds familiar, but again, not sure what that is. Yeah, I just came up because the prompt looked interesting, honestly.
I've been toying with this idea since I heard of the blockchain stuff, that like we could use blockchain to pay everyone like a man hour, and like we would be able to notice who's not working in the system and starve them to unalivement if needs be. And eventually, I'm assuming like the fruits of the labor would get to the workers. You know, if we trim the fat, so to speak.
I think
Microsoft. What do you know what we have, Vivian, let me tell you about my data dollar, right?
To have things that they can develop to get over that, to get through that. Obviously, there's a lot of psychological problems with that. The other one is taking a perspective from, I don't know what the year is, but about 500 or 600 years ago. So one doesn't have a choice to kind of live through that and through whatever it is. I know obviously there's like the Stockholm syndrome where a captive will actually then start protecting the captor. This, unfortunately for me, is if you have ties, which he does to other countries, which is where his family originates from, why be here fighting for the country, fighting the country itself for reparations when, by all accounts, you get quite a lot of benefits because of some of the history that we've contended with. So for me, it just doesn't make sense. You know, you sleep with the enemy. It's kind of like you are literally biting the hand that you are choosing to feed you. But yeah, go on, Jaden. Floor's yours, mate.
Yeah, the way that you categorized it is reaping the rewards of the oppressor. I would say in this context, which we're talking about ill-gotten gains towards the detriment of any class of people, whatever the case may be, I would not say that that's a form of reaping the rewards, but rather the reallocation of what is deserved based on that generational trauma, based on that generational context of being excluded, be that morally or legally or any other context. I would say that that's earned within.
And it wasn't easy, man, at all. So I can imagine what you went through. I can imagine, but I want to get to my guess. I just had a guest drop. You know, I want to get to my guess, and subhanallah, you're a Muslim now. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. And may Allah not allow you to pass away, but as a Muslim. Ameen. All right. So, Francisco, And D, I'm about to get with you in a minute. Thank you for being patient, D. I like you, D. You're very respectful, and I want to talk to you again. Francisco.
Wait, hello. Can you hear me? My bad.
I can hear you. Are you a Christian?
No, I am not a Christian. I am a Muslim.
You're a Muslim. You have to give the salams.
Wait, say it again.
Salams.
Salams? What is that? I'm new.
I'm sorry. You're a revert.
There's two Franciscos on the panel now. We got a Francisco on top and a Francisco on the bottom.
Yes, the Francisco on top is a new Muslim.
Don't like people of different skin colors.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening.
Where are you from, Ellen? You admit it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Ellen, where are you from?
Fuck you. That's where I'm from.
I love you, Ellen.
Why you don't like Trump? What's wrong with Trump?
I mean, I'm trying to understand you, Ellen, and actually hear what you're saying.
Yeah, we're letting
No,
you
you
talk.
don't. You're not.
I mean, I
You're
literally-
looking for a gotcha.
Hey guys, there's a black woman. There's a black woman talking. Let's learn from her.
gotcha.
Let this black woman talk.
More than been here trying to really listen to you and try to explain to other people what you're trying to say, because
There's a black
I'm really
woman here
trying to
talking.
understand you.
Let's let her
So,
talk.
I'm,
Okay, guys.
please. Really trying to help push the conversation so that what you're saying is getting to other people.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you like immigration, Ellen?
Oh God, here we go with this shit. You guys are really fucking stupid.
Why? I'm just asking a question.
Well, why don't you answer the question first, and then I'll answer.
I mean, I like some immigration. I don't like all immigration.
Okay.
I was an immigrant.
Okay, now how about you?
Yeah.
So what kind do you not like?
I didn't say I didn't. I just answered yes.
Do you like illegal immigration?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not playing with you guys. You're trying so fucking hard.
I don't understand.
Hey, it's Kennedy.
I'm listening.
Now we have two beautiful black women here to tell us what's going on.
Okay, well, let's see how you do in trapping them in some stuff.
Kennedy's not going to get trapped in anything.
How is that in trapping
very
somebody
intelligent.
to ask a question?
Objection, leading the witness.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Hey,
morning.
Kennedy.
Do I want what?
Do you like immigration, Kennedy?
Yes, I do.
Do you like illegal immigration?
That's a good question. I don't like people who overstay their visas. I don't like that. So would that be deemed as illegal immigration?
Yes.
Okay, well, then
Do you like the coyotes trafficking men, women, and children across the border for money, for global corporations to exploit their labor for profit?
I mean, no, because it is a dangerous track, but I feel like if people are willing to take that track, then it has to be for a good reason.
But you don't think that it's bad that people are exploiting them as basically like a new, let's say, exploited labor class, similar to something that happened a long time ago?
I mean, well, when you say exploited labor class, you mean as people getting paid under the table for being undocumented? That's what you're talking about?
Well, I mean, they undercut the price of labor in this country. So people who actually are born here and actually go by the law, we get punished for this, and then on top of it, these people get hurt and exploited by the system and the corporations.
Well, I would like to see from this administration harsher punishments on people who are employing these undocumented people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Has any charges been brought up on one? Does anybody know that?
Usually like small to mid-sized companies are the ones that are really facing like backlash and such, especially from like the IRS, because obviously they aren't like being taxed on their wages, so the IRS will really go in there and mess you up. But larger corporations and such, I mean, they just kind of get a break. Because,
well, they pay a fine, so they just pay fines essentially.
Yeah, they just pay a fine at that point, but. And then,
yes, I would like to see harsher punishments on that.
No, absolutely. We all agree on
try
that.
to circumvent that.
I think a lot of people think that people like the whole ICE thing because they just want to make people suffer. I don't think it's about that. I mean, at least for myself, it's more about the principle of like, well, if you don't have a nation and you don't have a border, then really, what are you fighting for? I mean, it's like anybody can come and go as they please. It's kind of like you just have an open door policy on your house, like. People come and steal whatever they want and do whatever they want, and then other people profit from it. And you're like, well, how's this helping me out? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of how people see it. I mean, we didn't choose to be born here either, right? So, but if I go to another country, like I get treated like a criminal if I don't have my paperwork in order. You know what I mean? So I've tried to move to another country. It's extremely difficult to do, you know?
You don't like our country?
I do, but I feel like we're getting treated like terribly by the corporations that run our government, for sure. You know, I'm not saying that as like a leftist. I'm saying like that's just a fact. Like we're getting treated terribly by our government.
The pitfalls of corporatism.
I do have a question. So, for people who are against immigration, what do you guys think about what Reagan did with the Immigration Reform Control Act? Reagan with the Immigration and Reform Control Act, granting like 2 million to 3 million undocumented people who were here in the country were undocumented in 1982 amnesty. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think what we should be doing is like there definitely are like good, honest people that are just trying to make a better life for themselves coming into this country, and they might be doing that the wrong way. I mean, I think like recent projections show that 80% of undocumented people are actually here from like overstayed visas and such. But the thing is that what we should be doing, or should have been doing from the start, is give like that amnesty period of saying like, hey, like you have 6 months to report. We'll do background checks. We'll look over like what you're doing. If you're you paid taxes, you've had a job, you go to school, like anything like that, where like you're being a benefit towards like society, then we'll fast track your citizenship. But if like you have a criminal record, like or something to where like you're not really being an asset to the United States to a degree. I'm not saying like you need to like be like a life-changing person or whatnot to the entirety of the nation, but like you're actually like putting in your effort and putting in your work to like be a good member of society. But if you're not like that, then you're getting deported. And then after that 6-month period, if you didn't report, then you're getting deported.
Yeah, I'm actually for that. I wish this administration was prioritizing going after criminals more than going after.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'll just say on the Reagan thing, like with like I think that, you know, it's hard for me to judge because I don't know much about that specific instance. Like, I don't think the immigration in and of itself is really the problem. I think the problem is just that if you look at what's happening in Europe and Canada and even honestly other parts of the world, immigration has become a giant problem for the entire world, and people are just gaslighting us and saying it's not a problem, but it is, and it's a very dangerous problem.
Look at Japan. Japan let in like several tens of thousands of migrants because the thing is that Japan has a very, very bad birth rate problem. Like I think they're at like 0.14 children per household, and it's becoming an increasing issue. They're having more people. They have more people passing away than they have people being born. So the thing is that they brought in migrants because they were just like, hey, we need to bolster our workforce. We need to be able to like have people working jobs and stuff. Let's bring people in from other countries. And then they started seeing that the people that they were bringing in, like they saw crime rates rising in those areas, and they saw that these migrants and stuff were a significant portion of those increases. And they were like, yeah, no, we need to stop this before it becomes an issue. And they got rid of the migrants like within months of having them come into Japan. And literally the prime minister of Japan, the new prime minister of Japan, was saying, I would rather the Japanese, like for us to continue having a falling birth rate than to let criminals into Japan.
Yeah. We will fall by our own accord,
I'm sorry.
not by people coming in that won't assimilate.
Well, you know, again, it's not that all immigrants are bad equally. The point is that, like, the way that we're doing it is not allowing for people to assimilate. It's not allowing for them to, like, respect their culture. And again, it doesn't mean that it can't be done, but it's saying it's not being done, right? And so if we don't want anybody to assimilate or something, like, okay, let's talk about that. But if we're saying like, okay, like we want to have some semblance of like what it means to be an American or speak the English language or to go about things in a certain way. And again, America has a lot of problems in and of itself, but it's like we can't even agree amongst ourselves now. How is bringing more people with a different culture and language and everything else going to help that situation? I don't think it is.
We definitely, we should be vetting the people that are coming in and seeing if they'll actually like be like a member of society. And I mean, obviously America is all about like being a melting pot of cultures.
The Pacific says, you know?
It is now.
Yeah, for
it wasn't always that way.
It wasn't always that way. Like you just kind of like show up and they kind of
it's been that way.
No, it hasn't.
I remember in high school I had to take a civics
but
test.
listen, even if it was that way from the beginning of time till now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it should be that way either, right? I mean, like just because it was once some way, or even if that's the case, it doesn't mean that it's good, right?
I mean, for the most part, a lot of the people, like again, a lot of the people that are coming, coming.
Can't you talk, please? Go ahead, Judy.
Yeah, I do want to push back on what, I don't know how to pronounce her name, SVS, what you were saying about assimilation, and they're not, them not adapting to our cultures. What I see is when immigrants become citizens, they are proud to be Americans. I see the exact opposite of what you're talking about. What do you mean?
I would agree with you in general. I'm saying a lot of them are, but what I'm saying is that there's a lot of people here that are not.
They're not white Christians. That's the problem.
No, we don't care about. That's not what I said.
It's that you don't have to say it. In fact, you're too cowardly to just say it.
Special's a troll. Special, stop being a troll.
No, let him speak. Let's hear what he has to say.
Honestly,
let's hear him freak out.
Guys, look at the patterns. Recognize what's going on. It's extreme conservatism that's essentially going to crumble Japan's entire economy because they would literally rather just not have any brown.
It's about the technological and industrial growth. It's about their culture. It's about their culture.
Yeah, their culture. Exactly. That's
no. Okay,
it's about their Japanese.
I'm Japanese.
Yeah, look at you. You said let him go. Bug it.
They're a net negative.
We'll let somebody else speak.
And the fact is, you're interrupting because you know that I'm right.
Dude,
he's not gonna
okay, so okay, as a Japanese man, let me say it on this end. The thing is that culturally, Japan has promoted individual success and such as like as honorable. I'll say it in that context, where like you need to be individually successful and to be considered a benefit to society. And it was destroying the nuclear family because people were putting themselves, like their personal success in like business or their career and stuff like that. And them like really pushing that as society to where two things happened. One, men and women were working and trying to be successful in their career. And then they were trying to settle down in their latter 40s to early 50s. Or the societal pressure was so much on people that it made them become extreme introverts. And then you have people in their 20s and 30s living at their parents' house, playing video games all day, not wanting to amount to anything because it was just too much pressure. But now Japan's new thing that they're trying to push is that having a family is true success. Like, yes, you need to be successful in your career to be able to provide for your family, but the family is the successful unit. Your success is measured in how well your family is now. That's what they want to start.
Can I ask a panel a question here, guys? Can I ask a panel a question?
Go ahead, dude.
Would you all agree that communication, I know the answer, but communication is huge, right? Human beings, communication,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
English should be required to a certain degree, period. Learn it before you come. Try to learn it. Prove you give a shit. You're going to communicate with other Americans. Most of us speak freaking English. I speak 3 languages. I'm not trying to be...
But English is the language.
I'm not trying to be a languagist or a racist, a languageist.
But English
whatever.
is our language. I agree.
English is my second language, and I speak 3.
English is not the American.
People attack me when I say that. They attack me.
It is.
But I do.
It is not. It is not, man. English there's no official language.
I thought a year or 2 ago they talked about making it the official language, but I don't know if they did. But I really don't care.
It's the
English
primary
is our
language,
and we all know it.
Yeah, correct.
Come on, let's be adults. We all know it. I think it should be required to a degree. Communication is a key to society. Thank you.
No, I completely agree with that. I think it should be considered.
Well, I would take it even further than that, honestly.
Japan does it to where like if you immigrate to Japan and you become like living in Japan, you have a time frame to learn Japanese. If you go to Denmark, until like a few years ago, I think, but Denmark said that you needed to learn a significant amount of Dutch to live in Denmark. Like if you moved to Denmark, you had like 6 months to learn Dutch pretty much.
Well, I would take it even further. I would take it even further than that, because I would say that like even in America, people use English as...
Go ahead, Kennedy.
No, I was just saying people keep cutting people off. I can't hear anyone to complete thought.
Not really.
By the way, hi Kennedy. I don't know if you recognize me.
No, I just wanted to respond to what he said. It's kind of an open panel.
The United States is always...
All right, go ahead.
The United States has had immigration like this since its conception. It's never going to stop, man. The United States runs on a system that required. Dude, I'm telling you from a straight fact.
But why do you want it to be that way? Even if that's true.
In the beginning, the United States gave away.
People should show they want to assimilate. They should show they want to assimilate to something. The United States language is the key.
The very first people that came here, they got free land. And then when they didn't want other people to get free land, they made all these rules so other people couldn't come in from other countries to get free land. And then they made other rules so other people couldn't come in here and take the jobs that they didn't want. And then they made rules that you had to be a certain color. And then the people that came here, they put them in concentration camps. And it's always been something with the United States. It's always been about it. It's never going to stop.
Why do you want more people to come to this evil place that's so bad and evil, though?
Do you hear me talking?
You're not listening.
Do you hear me talking? Do you hear me talking? Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, I would say on the declining birth rate we are seeing globally, I would say following what South Korea is doing by giving stipends monthly for women while they are in their pregnancy, it's like about 900, I believe. I don't know what South Korean currency is. My apologies.
2 citizens, though. 2 citizens, correct?
Yeah, 2 citizens.
Yes, they're citizens. I'm just saying, like globally, and to promote, because the U.S. birth rate is declining as well.
Japan's doing the same thing. They're
and then also just promoting raising the minimum wage, helping the gap that we're seeing in wages outpacing price growth.
But the thing that's happening,
immigration has a direct result on us having a better life for our own. Like we will have the ability to, to have more children whenever we're not under the constant stress of having to put our tax dollars into people that are not here on paper.
You think that's the problem with the immigration?
It's a big one, yeah.
It's not the problem, man. It's not even a big. I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem that you have in the United States is the fact that they keep giving money to the WAR machine. That is the problem with the United States. It is not immigration, man.
It's not
immigration. Immigration is the fall fall guy, bro. Immigration is something to blame. Just so you let me explain something to you. The United States right now, the United States gave a congressional budget for the F-47. The F-47 is one airplane, and they gave them $2 trillion to develop it. $2 trillion, man. Not 1 billion, 2 trillion. So I'm just telling you, one airplane for $2 trillion. Come on,
Which one do you think?
That's ridiculous, dude.
Which one do you think equates to more money? The $2 trillion for the airplane, or the money that we give to other countries, including ones that don't even have to pay us back, and then also the net negative that we're getting from people that are coming in here, and we're giving them benefits for what?
I know, but the money that we give to other countries is all part of the WAR machine. It's all in the same pot.
Well, so is the illegal immigration. The illegal immigration is part of the war machine.
The illegal immigration is because we live in a capitalistic system where without them being able to cipher out cheap labor, the United States cannot function.
Right. Exactly. So why do you?
It's never going to work.
Hold on. I have a question. I have a very quick question. If that's the case, wordsmith, why do you want more cheap labor for the empire? Would you want them to stop?
It's not about I want cheap labor. I'm simply telling you that the system that you're in is not conducive to your argument. It's never going to stop until they get rid of capitalism.
Okay, but you're advocating for more immigration to help the war machine.
No, bro, that's not what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, that is what you're saying.
No, what I'm telling you is that you're arguing about something, but you're not trying to fix the problem.
We don't live in capitalism by saying you're not
don't
against
live in
capitalism.
Have a great night.
The problem is capitalism, man.
See you, Bo.
No, that's the problem.
We don't live in capitalism. We don't live in capitalism. We live in corporatism.
Yes, you do.
No, we live in corporatism. Corporatism is not capitalism.
Which is capitalism. It's all the same. It's all the same branch, man. It's kind of like saying that you're not part of a YT supremacy group, but you're part of a system and you benefit from it, and you just turn a blind eye to it. It's the same token.
No,
man.
so capitalism is an economic system in which the consumer drives the market. Corporatism is where the corporations drive the market. We do not live in capitalism.
It is.
We don't live in capitalism. We live in corporatism. Corporatives
okay, I tell you what,
drive the market.
I tell you what. Go buy stock right now. Go buy stock right now and tell me what they give you.
Capitalism is where the owners.
No, they're not going to give you a stock. They're going to give you a certificate of IOU. They're not going to give you a stock.
Okay, so that's why corporatism.
No, that is capitalism, dude. I worked on Wall Street, bro.
Okay,
what are you
cool.
talking about?
Wow, cool. I worked at McDonald's.
I know what I'm talking about, dude.
I was in a corporate
I know what I'm
machine.
talking about. I worked on Wall Street for 5 years. I know what I'm talking about.
Hold on. Are you going to give up? Hold on. Are you going to give up all that money you made?
Do you have a certificate? Do you have a certificate for that or an IOU?
Yeah, I would give up all the money if the whole system was willing to put it in their pot to make sure that everybody lives an equal life. I would give it up.
No, that's fucking socialism.
Come live in your house.
That's no pride.
We are the working class.
I'm just telling you the truth, man. We live in a system
I'll send
that will
Jorge.
bleed you dry.
I'll send Jorge down to your house tomorrow. You can sleep in your bed.
And that's fine. I got a whole bunch of Jorges at my house right now that fixed my roof, and they did it for half the price.
Right. Yeah. So you have no problem exploiting people. That's capitalism.
No, I don't have a problem.
You love to exploit people for money. You love
they use capitalism to do that.
So wait, hold on. I have a question for you. Are you benefiting from the white supremacy in this country? Are you benefiting from white supremacy?
Absolutely not.
No.
How so? You just said you got Jorge to do it for half the price.
No, because you know why? Because the going rate for a new roof in my area is $19,000.
Yeah, but you're not answering my question.
$30,000. So I gave them the industry rate. The corporations wanted $30,000.
Okay, corporatism yet again.
I know, which is capitalism.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing, dude. You just got a different name to it.
The consumer isn't the one driving.
So hold on.
Capitalism is the consumer driving the economy. Corporatism is the corporation driving the economy.
Hold on one second. Hold on. So you're saying that you are exploiting the brown people as a black man in America, and you don't benefit from white supremacy?
How is that exploitation if they gave him the price?
That is a negative.
So
you switch that up, and I'm telling you that it's wrong. You say, it's right.
So if they name their price, they use capitalism for their own gain.
No, they named their price because they use the market
to name their price. So they were competitive. They were competitive with their service in order to be able to get a contract to gain money.
No, that's negative.
That's not capitalism.
That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, brother.
What's the free market?
But you gotta understand. But guess what? The corporations
like that.
The corporations wouldn't even touch my house. The corporations wouldn't even touch my house. Yes, the corporations wouldn't even touch my house because they could not extort me for money. I'm telling you, the last roofing company told me in my face.
Okay,
the price to change
in a socialist or communist society, the prices are fixed, and you pay what they fucking tell you to pay.
I tell you what. When I got the plumbing done in my house, when I first bought the house, all the corporations that came in there, they were saying that we can't do this because it's not as it's against our profit.
So why didn't you?
When I called the independent guys, they did it for the market rate.
Why didn't you hire a bunch of black guys to come and do your house? Why didn't you keep it in the free market?
That is a free market. You could go to anyone that you wanted to. In a capitalist society, you can go to people and pick who does the job based off of the price that they're giving you.
Why didn't you hire a bunch of black? Hold on. Why didn't you hire a bunch of black guys?
That's literally what you fucking did.
Why didn't you hire a bunch of black guys to do your roof?
Well, because there was no black companies there to do the roof.
You know why? Because you invited all the immigrants to come and take their jobs from them.
How was that? The guys that did my pest control, the guys that did my inspections, the guys that did my loan, the guys that sold me my house were all black.
Okay. And they did that off of a free market.
A different industry. We have black people in this area that are in different industries. The people that do my landscaping are black folks.
Okay.
The people that cut down my trees were white people. All of them are in all different industries.
In a communist society that you want, the state owns
the communist society.
Like you said that you want everyone to be equal.
No,
everyone to be equal.
I want everybody. Hey, I tell you what, I want everybody to have the same benefits when they go to the doctor. When they go to the doctor, like right now, the doctor that I go to won't even look. If you came in there with money, cash money is the only way he's going to see you.
Well, I have a question for you.
The doctors that I go to, they'll tell you, we don't accept VA, we don't accept Medicaid, and we don't accept certain versions of Blue Cross. We don't accept certain versions of Aetna. You can't even see the doctor that I see because you don't typically have enough money. That's not fair to you.
So how is only the white, hold on. How is only the white people that cut your trees the only people benefiting from white supremacy in this state?
That's not what I said. I didn't say anything like that.
You said America is a white supremacist place, right?
It is. It's no doubt.
So how is the white guy cutting down your tree? How is the white guy cutting down your tree?
I didn't say anything about that. I didn't say anything. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm telling you that the United States is one.
What you're saying is that
100% is a capitalistic white supremacy nation, and it was founded on that, and it's run by that, and they're telling you that because they're giving all their money to other countries that are telling you that.
But you're doing well. You're doing well for yourself. Aren't
it doesn't matter if I'm doing well.
So aren't you benefiting from the supremacy?
Absolutely not.
So you're not. Wait. So you're not benefiting from the supremacy, the white supremacy?
No, I am not.
Explain that. How you're benefiting from
because I don't participate in it.
How's that? Okay, you own a house, you have a business,
the thing is that
businesses,
these businesses come in, and you're just like, no, I don't like your.
Hold on, you made all your money on Wall Street. You're saying you didn't participate in it.
I didn't say I made all my money on Wall Street. I said I worked on Wall Street for 5 years, and I know that it's a capitalistic society.
Hold on. So what you're telling me is that you had businesses come to you. You say, "Hey, I have this project. I'm gonna pay you to do this project." Multiple companies came in, gave you prices, and then you went to other people and said, "Hey, they're charging me this much. I don't want to pay that much." The other people said, "Hey, we'll give you this rate," and then you chose them. That's called a free market.
No, that is a negative.
That is a free market.
It's negative.
That is a free market.
Negative.
That is literally the definition of a free market. Yes, it is.
Wrong.
You shopped around for a competitive rate.
I'm going to tell you how it works.
A company was willing to work for that rate.
No, I'm going to tell you how it works. So when the hailstorm in my house, the entire zip code of where I lived got hit with a hailstorm, all of these corporations came on all the places because there was going to be claims. The insurance company fought me for 11 months and didn't want to pay a claim because they sent an engineer to my house to say, this is not hail damage. This came from the manufacturer. So after 11 months, they realized that they were on that bullshit. I was going to take them for a lawsuit. I submitted all the information back to these roofing companies, and they said that it is not profitable for them to do my roof at the market rate.
Okay, it's not a free market.
What's going on with all the
it's not a free market.
No,
sorry, I get it. So it's not a free market. All right, it's not a free market. I get it. So how is it? How is America a white supremacy nation? How's that the case?
Because it was founded on white supremacy.
Okay.
You're talking about all the laws.
Okay, great.
The Constitution.
No. What is white supremacy? Define that. What is white supremacy? What is it?
White supremacy is the people that created all the laws and created the infrastructure for the construct of white and black, because white people didn't even exist until like the 1600s.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
That is true, bro. In the United States, white people did not just. If you go to Europe, dude, trust me, I've been all over the world, bro. So if you go to Europe, they're gonna call you Italians. They're gonna call you They're gonna call you Polish.
Yeah, I get it.
Germans,
exactly.
But white people in the United States did not exist.
So we've been deracinated. Hold on. So we've been deracinated just like everybody else, right? So how are you blaming? Are you blaming
the United States came here and unalived 50 million people?
I have a question.
The United these motherfuckers from the Europeans came over here and unalived 50 million people. My family was part of this. What are you talking about?
You go to Europe and they're not white.
Hold on. So you're saying just because you're saying because I look like somebody who did something bad, I'm responsible for it?
You want me to say that about I didn't even say anything like that.
Wait.
What I'm simply telling you is that every law, the Constitution, every law, every system in the United States is there to benefit white people.
You just said it was made up 400 years ago.
Can we back up for a second, though? You said that the European nations came over and massacred people in the U.S.
Absolutely, 50 million.
Okay. So you realize it wasn't just England doing that. That was France and Spain.
It doesn't matter. It's all from Europe.
So wait. The Zulu Nation. Wait, the Zulu Nation never unalived people for some reason.
In their country, they didn't come over to another country and do it.
There was
what about the
I tell you what, Christopher Columbus said it out of his own words. There were black folks from Africa already here.
Christopher Columbus was Jewish. He wasn't white.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
He wasn't white.
I tell you what, my father-in-law was from Poland, and he considered himself Jewish. And what he was an Eastern European. What he was is Eastern European. That's a fact, bro.
But that doesn't have anything to do with Christopher Columbus.
So Eastern Europeans benefit from white supremacy, even though they didn't found America.
Let's look at the facts.
Absolutely.
Let's look at the facts.
Okay, so white is just anyone you don't like. Anyone I don't like is white. So
no, you don't understand what I'm saying, bro. It's not about like or dislike. It's the truth.
We're going to look at some facts, okay? Here are the pre-Clovis people.
What?
Here are the pre-Clovis.
He doesn't
people.
even know what that is. He's a fucking like I can't even say the word.
I'm a what? I'm a what?
Okay.
You know exactly what you are.
Yeah,
he's a white.
You don't know who you're talking to, bro. You got that?
I'm about to tell you if you would shut up.
Tell me where they're at, man.
So the pre-Clovis people were the people that were originally on the land. Then they were wiped out by the Clovis people, and then along comes Christopher Columbus. So it's not like everyone was living in peace, love, and harmony.
Oh my
No.
It doesn't matter. He just doesn't like white people, so that's all.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is. He doesn't like white people.
It has nothing to do with liking or dislike.
I had not finished.
No, bro. No. You can't. No. We're not gonna undertalk that, bro. You can't tell me what I like and what I don't like. No.
So
absolutely not.
Let's look at the rest of the facts because there's two more. Now, not really racist. All men are created equal.
Were you here? Hey, were you here?
Were you here?
Do you have family who was here? I got family who was here.
Okay.
My grandmother was 100% Choctaw Indian, homeboy. What you talking about?
So white people unalived each other.
She was born here, bro.
Hold on. White people unalived each other worldwide to end slavery worldwide, and yet everything is just about white supremacy.
That is negative. That is a negative.
That is 100% negative.
100% negative. Black people freed themselves in the United States.
What are you talking about? 600,000 Americans died during the Civil War.
Google doesn't agree with you,
bro.
It doesn't matter what Google agrees with.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
So all the people who died in the Civil War,
600,000 Americans died in the Civil War.
And the United Google will tell you, and the Google will tell you that Christopher Columbus discovered America too.
Yeah.
But he was also Jewish, so he wasn't even white.
Yes, he was white. Jewish means that you don't even know what Jewish means. You're just talking, dude.
What do you mean? What does it mean?
We're not talking about Jews. When did African slaves arrive?
You don't want to talk about that.
When did African slaves arrive in America?
Oh, we can talk about Jews if you want.
Just give me a date. When did African slaves arrive in America?
In the 1600s, man.
It was kind of a little bit later than that, though. Word.
No, it was in the 1600s, bro.
No, so
it was.
Again,
It was, bro. No, your records are wrong.
Do you know why?
Your records are
your whole
wrong.
argument is a massive.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you right here because you don't have any family. You don't have any family who were slaves, so you wouldn't know.
I don't care.
I haven't finished speaking, so you can shut up.
I know you don't care. That's the problem.
So exactly. So why?
Well, you don't care about us. Why should we care about? Hold on.
No, it's not about care about you. You want somebody to care about you. You keep saying you don't care.
All right. So you want people to care about you. So why
no, I don't want you to care about shit.
When you're just a hateful person.
I tell you what, I feed more motherfuckers on the street than you do. I feed more people on the street in a week than you do your whole life.
Well,
you don't know who you're talking about.
Well, you don't.
It's 100% true.
That's just not true.
Who cares? It's 100%
more
true.
people in a week. What's that
I feed more people in a week and clothe them than you do in your whole life. 100%. That's what I'm telling you. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're just talking.
Do you know why? Do you know why it's not more than me?
Everybody stop talking.
I know that it's more than you. I know that it's more than you. I have an organization that does it.
Do you know why? Ducky, can you please just give me the floor for 30 seconds?
Stop talking right now. Go ahead, Kennedy.
No, I said I want to hear what Matt's saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
So there's just literally my first fact was, about the pre-Clovis and Clovis people, right? That's just history. Second fact, all men created equal under God, so racist. Third, you've got a spike of 14.4% of black population owning their own businesses and being extremely wealthy. Now, this whole idea of, well, I feed more people, I know for a fact you don't, considering that I am a bar owner, restaurant owner in New York, and part of our job is to literally feed and clothe the homeless, especially at wintertime, where we, give clothes.
You are a bar owner, and that's what. No, ain't no shush, not me, bro. I'm not no child, man.
You're not.
That was like a child, so maybe shut up.
I hadn't finished speaking, so you can wait your turn. Have some decorum. Now, considering that I spend quite a lot of money making sure that people are fed, clothed, and kept warm during the winter, especially, I guarantee you don't do more than me. Now, definitely not for Donald the Tars either. Do quite a lot for Donald the Tars, do you?
Yeah, I got a Fortune 500. I got a Fortune 500 company now.
So while you're
listen to me. I got a You're not listening, bro. You just asked the question and I'm answering you. I got a Fortune 500 company right now.
What Matt just said, please.
So while you're complaining about capitalism, you have a Fortune 500 company?
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said I got a Fortune 500 company that is enabled my corporation to make sure that there's people fed all over the United States.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Okay, I'm trying to counter what Matt is saying. So you said that all men are created equal under God. I agree, but then we have to come to the realization that in 1790, the first Naturalization Act was for free white men, and then also the Virginia slave codes that were put into place that specified how enslaved people were deemed with dark skin.
Okay, do you want to go look at countries in Africa?
Still
how they look at other people?
Kennedy hasn't finished the report. Kennedy hasn't finished the report. Shut up.
No, I'm done.
Okay, well,
can I say something really quick?
No, because this is between me and Kennedy, because Kennedy and I are not having this because y'all have talked long enough.
I haven't said anything in like 10 minutes.
Great. Do it for another 2. So Kennedy, I would agree with you, right? I would agree with you. Now, the original draft of the Declaration of Independence, and then the Constitution thereafter, there was a man that heavily influenced it called Jonathan Edwards, Puritan. What he believed, they did not practice. They absolutely failed. Now, it was an absolute failure on their part. Yes, all men are created equal. They just didn't live up to it.
Yes,
but again, compare that to anywhere else in the world and what they believed, and nowhere else in the world even tried to.
Are we in the rest of the world? Are we in the rest of the world?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Right. So we're in America.
We had a standard. We had a standard. We tried to live up to it, but maybe we made some mistakes along the way. But my point is, like, compared to what? Go anywhere else in the world and see how they look at something like human rights or all men are created equal. They don't even believe in the concept whatsoever.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a YT woman.
You're white.
Yes, I'm white.
Great.
I am an LPN. I work with a lot of different
Ethnicities. Yep.
I can't say. I am. What I want to say is we're hammered down by the fact of the history, right? I can understand it. What's happening though is that us nowadays are being punished for it. And we don't even think that way. We don't think that way anymore.
What are you talking about?
She's saying that like white people are being blamed for stuff that like white people did way in the past,
and most of us had nothing to do with it. And most of us had nothing to do with whatsoever.
And we were the first to abolish it.
And we weren't like, or they weren't.
I would love for her to actually be able to finish her own point, though. That'd be great.
Thank you. I can see, like, because I think about my ancestors. I think about my past. I went as far as doing a DNA test to look at my past because I feel like, there is something that draws you in there, right? And it is a problem. It's still probably a problem, but the point is that it's getting a lot deeper than that. I feel like we should already be united and beyond this.
Thank you for that, Linz. That was really touching.
Of course, the problem being that one side of the equation completely hates the other side. So,
right, and that is a problem.
It's not about one side of the equation hating the other side.
Not this
just
equation.
About,
this equation should have already been done.
Like, for example, you see remnants of what happened in the past happening today with Trump's nominee pick for the State Department for foreign intelligence, an organization, Jeremy Carl, who I don't know if you guys saw yesterday in his nominee hearing in front of the Foreign Relations Committee, he said that he was spewing anti-Semitism rhetoric, and then he was also spewing racist rhetoric by just promoting that the Great Replacement Theory is active in today, and that there is a white genocide happening in America today.
Well, why do you think that's not true, though?
Because when you look at the stats, I mean, how many presidents have been white? How many governors do we have currently that are white?
Well, what was America was 90% white like 100 years ago, so it's significantly less.
Do you know who Graham Plattner is, Kennedy?
You said who?
Do you know who Graham Plattner is?
No.
He's a Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate in Maine. Okay, Democrat. This is a man who has a skull and crossbones tattoo that is identical to ones that were used by the SS.
Based.
Okay.
Democrat. So
what is that supposed to mean, man?
I'm very glad you asked. I'm very glad you asked that. Because while we can do one for one side, we can also do the same for the other side.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
No, what the hell?
No, we can though. Can we or can we not do the same for both sides? Can we or can we not?
Let him explain skull and bones. It's extremely important to understand.
So yeah, can we or can we not do the same for both sides? Because this is a man with a skull and bones.
Yeah, we can. I never said we couldn't. That was never my argument.
Great. I just need a yes or no. No.
That was never my argument. I agree that they are definitely racist white liberals. I agree with that.
Right. So this is a man with an SS tattoo.
Well, it's beyond racism, by the way. It's not just racism.
It's not just racist. It's pure hatred.
Yeah, and there's pure hatred coming from the right too, and that's Trump's not
great. I'm glad that we can have that bridge of agreement. But this is a guy with a skull and bones cross tattoo from the
I don't know why
Nazi
you keep
SS.
emphasizing this. I agree with you. I understand. We need to get them all out. If you truly want unity, why do we have to deflect from one subject to go to another?
That is correct.
But do you know who the skull and bones are? Do you understand what they're involved in?
Yes, you just said it was the SS tattoo. I understand.
What do you mean? Who gives it? I mean, they literally run. They literally run a secret society that hates
That's not what he's talking about. The skull and bones and an SS skull and bone is two different things.
Yeah.
So
he said skull and bones, right? So
yeah, from the Nazi SS. That's if you had listened to what I
My
said.
problem is for some reason we always deflect from racism.
No, it wasn't a
and we go
deflection.
to
It was just I wasn't a deflection. I just needed to know if you could agree that there are evil people on both sides.
Yeah. So do you agree? Yeah. So do you agree that this nominee pick should not be?
Yeah, terrible pick.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, you're conflating that like the system is helping like the average YT person to like put the boot on every brown person in America. That's just not the case.
Hold on. Just to put my point in here because I've been trying to push this, but if the system is stacked to assist white people in their like economically and all that kind of stuff, why is the first 6 out of the top 10 racial demographics, the first 6 are non-white racial demographics who are the richest races? Like I believe number 1 is Indian Americans. The first white ethnic like group of like for like the highest income per capita for families is Australian Americans. Australian Americans is number 7. Everything above that is minority groups or minority in America groups, and the number 1 is Indian Americans, like from
then
India.
Chinese.
And then Chinese, and then it goes down from there. So if the system is stacked, why is first?
Wait a minute.
That's average household income for ethnic groups.
Host, thank you for having me. 39 Arizona Harris. Can I ask what your point in saying that is? Because when you say that,
absolutely.
When you say that, you have to understand that colonizers came over here and pillaged people who look like you, by the way. Came over here and pillaged and took it over, and now you're saying they're a minority?
Sounds like a
So you wait. So wait, you want to judge people based on how they look? Hold on. You want to judge all people based on how they look? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So if that's what you want, then you should not be upset when other people do that. If you can do it, why can't anybody else do it? That makes no sense.
Well, you're already doing it to me, so.
No, I'm not. You're the one who literally said because other people who look like you did some bad things hundreds of thousands of years ago.
I want to go back to your.
Wait, hold on. There it is, right there. There it is. So I was waiting for somebody to say that because sometimes I think maybe you said you were just speaking because you were just being as a figure of speech. So I'm going to ask you a question to make sure that we're on the same page. Can you tell me, since you said hundreds of thousands of years ago, can you tell me that Black people were free in the United States?
Are you not free
right
now?
America's not a magic
No.
Okay?
When were Black people officially free in the United States?
It's irrelevant to what I'm talking about. I don't know.
It is very relevant.
Are you talking about Juneteenth?
Nope. Black people were officially free in the United States in 1965.
With the Civil Rights Act.
Hold on. You think the Civil Rights free people? The Civil Rights is one of the worst disasters.
The United States, we're talking about on paper.
You'd have no idea.
We're talking about on paper. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. The Civil Rights destroyed the Black community in America.
The United States on paper is only Black folks have been free on paper since 1965.
You're worshiping a piece of paper. Hold on.
What I'm telling you is that the United States, this is according to their law. According to their rules.
So why
you mean the white man's law?
So why did Malcolm X not agree with the Civil Rights Bill?
Exactly. Thank you.
Because you got to understand is Malcolm X was a different person from the time that he talked about civil rights and to the time he left Mecca.
He was absolutely correct.
He was two different people.
No, okay.
No, he was two different people.
I don't even think it's reasonable to go down that road with the Malcolm X issue because
the Emancipation Proclamation.
That
doesn't matter.
You as a white
1863.
Jesus.
Yes.
1865.
A woman speaking. God forbid.
A Black trans woman is speaking. Go ahead.
Hey man. Hey, shut that shit up.
That was brutal.
Hey, see what I'm saying, bro? Hey, host, it don't take but a few seconds to bring it out of him, dude.
It doesn't.
Go ahead.
But the reality is he sees what I look like and he thinks he's attracted to me and it harms him because he hates.
You are attractive, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm gorgeous. Obviously.
Wait. Can I just counter what Matt said really quick? So you said that why did Malcolm X not approve the Civil Rights Act? It's because he thought it was too slow and he didn't like that it had white people approval.
Yeah, the same way, you know, Martin Luther King was a cokehead.
No, but you're trying to make it seem as if.
No, I don't tell me what I'm trying to do. Don't tell me what I'm trying to do because that's not true.
No, because
I mean, but here's the thing: you guys just hate white people. You just can't admit that's what you're doing.
I would like to.
I'm pretty sure I haven't tried to tell you what you think. Don't try and do this for me.
When was the last school desegregated?
No idea what you said.
When was the last school desegregated in America?
Not soon enough. How's that for an answer?
2016.
Not soon enough. How's that for an answer?
2000
Not soon
what?
enough.
said that 2016 in Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's like this shit, they ain't never stopped.
It happened.
I don't know what you're looking for.
I don't know
What do you
what you're
wanna
asking
hear?
for. Like, it didn't happen. It shouldn't happen.
so what?
Because
Like,
you guys are trying to prove that
segregation should have never been.
the black families were doing better under segregation for their own people. They had their own business. They had their own businesses, their own schools.
Hey, you know what? I tell you what. If that were the case, if we were doing better with our own people's segregation, then why did people go tear down and put their cities underwater?
Because you were tricked by evil, rich white people who did a bunch of bad things.
So in 1965, when they put it on paper and said, "Hey, you guys have civil rights,"
Yeah,
now.
they
You
did
guys are
that to
human
hurt.
beings.
They did that to hurt you and put you back
I know
under
you're
Jim
not
Crow
listening
without
to what
telling
I'm
you
saying, man. What I'm simply telling you
They
that on
did it
paper,
to do the new Jim Crow on you guys, and you don't.
on
even realize
paper. I know that, but on paper, I understand the history, dude. What I'm telling you on paper, though, what I'm simply telling you is that the United States is based. Everything about the United States, its entire judicial system, its legislation, its executive branch is 100% geared to one people. I'm not saying that
let's say you believe
I'm
that.
not saying that you're the problem. I'm not saying that I'm the problem. I'm simply saying that the system is geared to one type of person.
Okay.
So
let's say you truly believe that. Please explain to me what would be even the inherent problem with that.
Inherent problem for one person that would reap all the benefits?
Considering we built everything,
we still see this today. We still see a lower disenfranchised black people with housing approval, with loan approval, and then we also see
You guys are, everything you talk about is like legal, economic. You guys have no like family or anything. You guys never talk about anything that's like actually.
I want a minute. So you're saying we're talking about legal and economic. What is society? We as black people are trying to operate in society, and you're saying we're complaining about legality or economics. That is society, bro.
Also, I stopped talking about race when my job stopped asking what race I am when I apply for a job. That's what I stopped talking about.
Yeah, again, it shouldn't be on an application.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be on the application.
It's all when you buy a house. It's when you get a loan. It's everywhere.
Exactly. So
guess what they're doing the same.
I will say I get better approval rates when I put down that I'm ethnic versus white.
Guess what though? To all my brothers, because I do have some white brothers and sisters, they're asking you what kind of white you are now. I'm telling you, these people are going so deep where they want to know if you're German, Italian, Irish. They want to know what kind of white you are.
I agree.
Why is it?
Because
I mean, it was that way back
That's
in the
what
day.
we're talking about. This is what black folks are talking about. We don't want none of that shit in here. Period. None of it.
Word, I got you.
I agree with
a system that
why don't you
benefits
ask
blacks
them
and
about
blacks
when
only
they
go live
say
in Africa?
anti-Semitism, or ask if you're Jewish or you're a Christian? That's the same fucking thing.
But why don't you go to China and tell them to stop discriminating and open their borders to all the people in the world? Like, why don't you do that?
What do you? Okay,
that's China. We're not in China.
Can I have this for a second? You guys have been playing with your food.
Doctor,
yes,
can you
ma'am.
go to bed, please?
What do you mean? Go to China? Aren't you America first? Why are you talking about China?
China.
Well, I'm saying like you're comparing us to everyone else in the world, and everyone else in the world is far more racist than we are.
Anybody to anywhere else in the world. I'm
Sure you are.
comparing people in the United States.
You're saying that like again, I agree with most of what you guys are saying. You're saying like, well, America's doing all these things and it's kind of weird and this and that, but it's like, again, the average white person is not benefiting from the system really at all.
I think that I'm already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So, is there any realm of yourself that you could think that maybe I don't know what it's like to be a person of color? Maybe I don't know what it's like to be a woman. Is there any realm?
Sure. What if I know what it's like to be a white person?
I do know because society. Literally, I'm raised in a society that literally champions white people. So yes, I know exactly what it's like to be white.
Well, how can
I know what it's like to not be white.
Since you know what it's like to be white, can you explain my experience to me?
How can you say that, BM? But Buffy, if you're not white, man.
Yeah, you can call me Buffy.
Hold on. Let's see
no, I can't say that.
Question. Genuinely.
Yeah, I can genuinely answer the question. Society, our society champions white men.
You keep saying that, and I'm trying to find the part where I give a shit. We built it.
I would like to.
Yeah, we built society, man. So I don't understand what your point is.
I got it. Cool.
What did you build? What did you build?
Guys, I'm seconds away from getting the whole panel.
Sorry.
Thank you, ma'am. My question to you, BM, is: Are you a black woman? Yes or no?
Yes.
Have you ever been white?
No.
So how can you say that you know what it's like to have a white experience if you've never been white?
Because our society is pervasive of white experience. That's
so. If I watch a lot of BET, I'm black.
So he has the most college degrees. Which group of people?
I'm sorry. What? Say it again.
Which group of people hold the most college qualifications?
Black women.
Black women.
Black women. Who? Which demographic are the highest earners?
Probably white men.
No. See, unfortunately, that would be incorrect. It starts off as Indian Americans and then Chinese.
Indian Americans. Is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indian, like from India, people from the country of India.
Yeah.
They're the highest earners per capita for households.
In the United States?
Yeah, the first six. So in the top 10 of ethnic breakdowns of top earners per household.
Well, what does that mean? I don't know what's the point.
It doesn't translate to anything.
It means that ethnic group. When you break it down by ethnic group, that in the top 10,
what we're winning,
like ethnic
people of color are winning. We're
people of color are the first six. The first six of the top 10. Are minorities, and then the first white demographic in the top 10 is number 7.
So you're saying, as a white person, that you feel as though you're slighted?
No,
is that
no.
I'm not white.
It's not that we're slighted. It's the fact that how can the system be?
That was a question. It was just
how can the system be perpetually, based on structured to benefit us white people, whenever the top earners? Whenever the top earners in America aren't white.
The top earners in America are all white. Just because you got a small subgroup don't mean anything.
The top earners are not white. The ones with the most college degrees
I got this. I got it. I got it. Okay, so wait. I want you to explain this to me. So you're saying that racism doesn't exist because you're oppressed as a white guy?
I never said it doesn't exist.
Okay, then so what is racism then?
No, you're saying that the system is made for white people, but yet minority groups
is a system of oppression, and you're saying because a demographic makes more money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you have to be repeated that same point. If society was geared towards whites, clearly we would be in the top percentage of earners, would we not?
Oh, you are in the top percentage of earners.
No, we're percentage. The point is, we're not even in the top 7.
You're the what?
Bullshit. You guys are the CEOs. You guys got all the funding.
You can say whatever you want. Data doesn't support you.
There's nobody in the White House that doesn't look like you.
Wait, hold on. Host, for a second. I want to talk to Word. So, my brother. Okay, real quick. So it's interesting to me that, and I'm talking to Word. I'm not talking to anybody else. It's interesting to me that when we walk outside, we can be policed. It's interesting that when I go to my job, I am not believed or considered as an equal, even though I out-degree all of them, because I have 3 of them, 3 science degrees, 3 of them. And I'm a college professor. But then also as a woman, a Black woman, you know what? When I went on a speed dating, and I'm talking a word because me and him are having a conversation. I went on a speed dating, and almost every guy asked me, how many kids do you have? Because that's the presumption of Black women.
Do you people have a bunch of kids?
We just lie on our backs and produce your children. Fuck you.
Numbers would agree
You're
with that.
Full of shit. Word.
Are you saying-
I'm talking a word.
You're on a panel. You're talking to everybody.
I'm talking a word.
I don't really care.
Word.
You just call Word a piece of shit?
Word. Do you understand what? Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, I understand. Because the assumption that you don't have any
you made that assumption.
other goal.
I don't have anything else to offer.
Nobody here made that assumption.
Outside of
so
being
I don't
on
know
my
what you're
back. But you can go,
Nobody
but
made that
individuals who think otherwise can go fuck themselves.
Such a
because I am
Nobody made that assumption.
more educated than everybody in this goddamn room. And it doesn't even matter. By the way, it doesn't matter that I have a degree and paid all this money to do it.
If you have to say
It
that,
doesn't
if you have to
matter.
say that you're more
The
educated, then it
point that
doesn't
matters
really
is
inspire confidence in
I'm
that.
right. That's the point. I don't
If you
care.
have to say you're right and you have to say that you're more educated, it usually points to the
Literally, all I've heard from these people this whole time is
who's these
so
people?
it's interesting that you bring up the average household income, top earners, but when you look at the top 5%, just you can see that whites make up 82% of top 5 income earners, and then it's Asians that make up 10% of that.
What does it make? How much money do you have to make to be in the top 10%? How much money do you have to make to be in the top 10% of earners?
So white supremacy would mean
How much money do you need to make to be in the top 10%?
top 10. I'm naming top 5.
How much money?
At least it's at least a couple million.
What, to be in the top 10%? Are you sure about that?
Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's not that high. No.
No, because 400,000 just gets you out of not poverty.
Well, he's talking about the top. No, he's talking about the top percentile, which means basically he takes the average median income earners, and then there's a certain average of people who make beyond a certain point, but it's not a million though.
Let's have a look, shall we?
I have a hard time believing that. I'm going to look it up.
To enter the top to enter the top 10% of US earners, an individual needs to earn about 155,000.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, and I'm representing
150,000.
Yeah, that's correct. He's right.
What the fuck?
Yes, he's right.
The top 5%.
No, top 10%.
Yeah, the top 5% against
Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm thinking 1%.
Yeah, the top
You're right. That's what I'm thinking.
5%. The top 5% begins at 210,000. The top 1% begins at 450.
82% of that is made up by white people. Asian people make up 10% of that, and Black people make up 5% of that. So I don't know what your point was bringing up the average household income.
Top 5%.
Yes, fact check me.
She's right, man. She's 100% correct.
Listen, I didn't say she was wrong. I just like to know for myself.
Hey, but you're right. But you're right about that. A lot of people have that misconception. They think that the top 10% is like this giant number.
Right.
I'm talking about in terms of this the earning scale. Now, understand in the United States, $155,000 a year compared to what the average income is a lot of money compared to the average. But in the big scheme of what it costs to live here, $155,000 is not a lot of money.
It's basically like the edge of poverty at this point.
That is correct.
I was going to say
100% correct.
I was going to say I'm approaching that, and I feel broke. To be honest,
I mean, my wife and I are above that, and we feel broke.
Yeah,
right. So
you know why? I'm gonna tell you why you feel broke, because the cost of living. Every time you get a raise, they raise the cost of living of everything that's associated with the cost of living. So they just take your raise and give it right to the corporations. They give it right to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get a raise, if you get a bump.
I mean, it's what's that phrase?
Theoretically.
Giving your check to the company store.
Well, I can tell you, I'm a single and no kids, never married. So, and I'm just saying it as a single person. Yeah, I still feel I'm approaching that, but I still feel very broke.
I have a genuine question for Buffy, and this is not trolling. Okay, have you ever been attracted to a white man before?
Huh?
No, because I'm not gay, bro.
No, I said no. I'm
He's
saying Buffy.
asking me, bro.
I said, have you ever been attracted to a white man before?
Oh,
Buffy?
I actually, and I don't mean this on purpose, only dated white guys.
Hey. Cool. So
don't tell 007.
And also, I only like dating 10 years older than me. Oh, I like the old white guy, dad bod gut. I like that. It's so bad.
If you had a kid with a white guy, okay, how would you feel about teaching this to your son or daughter about white supremacy? Because obviously they're going to feel a little torn about this situation, right?
Oh, you mean because it would be a biracial kind of a situation?
Yeah, I have biracial kids. I can tell you that they're well prepared, man. My kids do well in society. They got all kinds of friends. They travel the world.
My guy,
and they understand.
He asked me. My guy, he asked me, "Can I answer?" And then you can go. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What I would say to and mind you, my parents grew up in the South in the 60s. Okay. I call them, my parents don't have feelings. Okay. I call them emotional robots. I was raised by emotional robots. I would tell them at face value what it is. Like, you're going to be perceived this way because you're white. You're going to be, and people are going to think you think this way about Black people. This is what you should not say, or this is not what you should think about Black people, even though society tells you that, because I was raised in that society and it took me to deconstruct my own internal white supremacy, because that's what the world would tell me. White is right and Black is bad. That's what I was raised. And you saw it on television. You saw it when I went to school. I went to a Christian private school. And I was always taught that I was bad and all the white kids were good. I was taught that for 13 years of my life before my dad said, I don't want my child to not understand how the world works. So you know what my dad did? He put me in a high school in the hood. Mind you, I'm from outside of Chicago. When I say the hood, I mean the hood.
Chirac.
Because he was like, I want you to know what the world is like. And trust and believe, I caught that real quick.
Yep.
I mean, I'm mixed. I don't know if you guys were in here when I said that. I'm Asian and white, but I mean, growing up, it was a weird gray area, like you kind of were saying, where I didn't quite fit in with the Asian people because I'm white, and then with the white people, they all expected me to like act Asian. So it was kind of like.
Do you know what it was like when I showed up sophomore year and one of my friends was pregnant? I didn't even know what sex was. It had never been explained to me.
Yeah.
Ever. So
I mean, I went to private Christian, like, unfortunately my dad was shot and he got a pretty massive payout from the company he worked for because he was working when he got shot. So my parents said, hey, we're going to use this money to send our kids to private school to like give them a better future. So I was able to go to private school from first grade all the way up until about 10th grade. And then in 10th grade or in 11th grade, I transferred over to public school because like I'm Catholic, like, and I know that there's negative connotations with Catholicism and such. And I went to a Protestant high school, and they did not like me. They did not.
Yeah, I think maybe, I'm going to follow you because I think maybe we're probably more aligned than we think, because I was in a Christian private school. My father and all my uncles are pastors. No one in my family swears, drinks, smokes, nothing.
Yeah, I don't drink.
So
I mean, my dad smokes like a chimney.
I never
no
uttered
one
a
drinks in my
swear
family.
word until I was like 19. I will
There you
also
go.
say that I also didn't engage in a relationship with a partner until I was 23. I was like, no man's going to make me not get my education.
My first actual girlfriend, I was 17. And then I didn't get my first kiss until about then too.
But hey, you know what though? Not a cop. So here's the thing. See your education.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. वालेकुम अस्सलाम वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
दागा लाइफ ना कोला वेदे पीके कोमोय
असलेना देशनो पटको वाले की तुक मी चिक दिन बसना तो रामा खिशी राजा
असोकते
तशी राजा मी चिक दी कना राजा जाऊ राजा मॅचला राजा चला